cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch-along. It's the big one, everybody. Manchester Derby, January 14th. We're here before midday. It's still the morning, so I think this might be the first time I've ever said this, but good morning, everybody. We're here, live watch-along. Manchester United taking on Manchester City at Old Trafford in a huge Premier League clash. City need to win. They need points. They need to play catch-up to Arsenal and get pressure onto them, onto the other huge derby taking place in England tomorrow in the form of the North London derby, Tottenham taking on Arsenal. Manchester United want to start climbing up that table. They'll have aspirations of looking at Manchester City and thinking, if we can carry on our good form, I think they've lost only one game since Manchester City beat United at the Etihad Stadium by 6-3. We absolutely annihilated them that day. They're now thinking we want to play catch-up and we want to start overtaking Manchester City and try and finish ahead of them. So, you know, big clash here between United and City. And we're going to see now United's big test about whether they are where they want to be under Erik ten Hag right now, or whether Manchester City are, like I feel and think, that City are still far superior to Manchester United, and we can show that in today's game. Stop thinking about teams below us and only be looking up and get all that pressure applied to Arsenal at the top of the Premier League. We've got huge games coming up, including next Thursday against Tottenham Hotspur. Got a big game coming up at home against Wolves. We've got Arsenal in the FA Cup, Spurs away coming up, Arsenal away coming up. We've got huge matches coming up over the next 6 games or so. So Manchester City really needs to start applying some of that pressure onto Arsenal at the top, and it needs to start here in a game that I'm sure Arsenal will be looking at and thinking Manchester City could well drop points. And I'm thinking to myself, City win here, and I can see Arsenal dropping points tomorrow. So this is a huge weekend of Premier League football, and it's City that get to go first to get that pressure on. And we need a response from that very poor display against Southampton in the Carabao Cup midweek. Man City have made what looks like, on paper, a formation change. A couple of changes being made to the first 11 for Manchester City as well to try and counteract Manchester United. But it looks like City going with an attacking lineup who are going to take the game to Manchester United. So we should be in for a pretty entertaining game, you would think. So before we do crack on with this live watch along, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you do want to support my channel, then do make sure you have subscribed. That would be much appreciated. We are very close now to 28,000 subscribers. We're now less than 50 subscribers away, and I'm hoping we're going to hit that over the next few days. Might not happen today, but if it does, that'd be amazing. However, should happen over the next couple of days or so. So thank you, everybody, for the continued support. And if you haven't subscribed already, then please do. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go check out my social media links. They're in the description below, and also on the yellow banner too, if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too, if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my TikTok link. That's in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well. That would be much appreciated. We're on that push now to 100 likes. We've gone live just under an hour away from kickoff here. We've got plenty of entertainment for you guys to enjoy. It is the big one, so I would appreciate any support being shown. Leaving a thumbs up does help to the channel to grow. It does help to give algorithm to promote my streams and everything, and it does let me know that you are digging the vids and digging the live streams as well. So do please leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. We're off to a good start. We're already just 85 likes away, so any help towards that would be fab. If we can get towards 100 by the time we have kickoff, then that would be absolutely amazing. I think only once in my 2 or 3 years of doing live watch-alongs have we hit 100 likes before kickoff. I think we've done it once, maybe twice. I think it was the Real Madrid game in the Champions League just after the first lockdown, and I think the Champions League final against Chelsea is the other can today be the next time that we do that? That would be great. So do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by OneFootball. OneFootball's links and details, they're in the description. Do go and check them out. They're a free app to download. OneFootball will be providing all the pre-match, half-time and post-match reactions and stats and everything for you guys to enjoy. It's a free app to download, so do go and check that out. That would be much appreciated. I do have my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you guys right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much there to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check them out, links and details, they are in the description. So, let's also don't forget to leave your thoughts in the live chat as well. The live chat is rolling. If you want to leave your score predictions, that would be much appreciated. And do let me know where you are tuning in from. And more interestingly, let me know what time it is where you're tuning in from. I can see we've got Anthony in on the chat, supporting Manchester City. We've got Justin. Hello, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. We've got Niall in on the chat as well. Big up to you for tuning in. We've also got AFX as well. Yo, thanks very much for tuning in. The Bill, I'm hoping we're going to win as well today. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Phil as well, thank you very much for tuning in. Hello, I do hope you are well on this fine Saturday morning. So do let me know score predictions there. Put them in the live chat and I will read them out live on air. So I am going to go for a win for Manchester City today, and I'm going for a 2-1 victory to City as well. As John, thanks very much for tuning in from Bolton, where I can confirm it is also raining, just like it is at Old Trafford. 11:42 a.m. it is for John, and 11:42 a.m. just turned over to 11:43 a.m. Here where I am as well in the UK. So thank you very much to everybody for tuning in. Score prediction, where you're tuning in from, let me know in the live chat. So we're going to go through the lineups. The lineups are out. We're going to start off with our opponents first, Manchester United. Don't forget to boo as I read out the players' names. They're starting in goal, number 1, David De Gea. Right back today is 29, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Left back is number 12, Malacia. Interestingly, Luke Shaw does start, but he's starting at centre-back alongside Raphael Varane. So their back four is Wan-Bissaka on the right, Malacia on the left, and Varane and Luke Shaw, they are starting as the centre-backs. I love that from MCI, booing as we read the team out. I love that. I love that a lot. Robinson, thanks very much for tuning in from Kenya, going for a 3-1 win for Manchester City today. John going for a big 10-0 win for Manchester City today. In midfield for Manchester United today, they're starting number 18, Casemiro. Just a little bit further ahead of him will be number 17, Fred. And sitting at the top of the midfield three is number 14, Christian Eriksen, sitting behind the striker. It looks like right wing today is going to be Bruno Fernandes. On the left wing is number 10, Marcus Rashford. And starting up top is number 9, Anthony Martial. On the bench for Manchester United today is Tom Heaton, Anthony Elgar, Anthony. I'm surprised Anthony doesn't start. I thought he'd started this game, but there we go, and put Bruno Fernandes into the middle instead. However, looking for a little bit more support, so it's Casemiro who you think would be playing. So I'd say Fred's the big player included in the starting 11 for United. Garnacho on the bench as well. Mainu on the bench. Maguire, Lindelof, McTominay and Lisandro Martinez. So plenty of defensive options there with Maguire, Lindelof and Martinez. Yet 3 centre-backs on the bench. So's the trust being shown into Maguire and Lindelof, as Martinez has only just returned back for United, so don't want to give him the risk today of having to step up immediately. So Luke Shaw given the nod instead for Manchester United. For Manchester City, a little bit more of a familiar feel. Our starting 11 today: in goal, number 31, Ederson. Don't forget, cheer at home as I read the players out. Right back is number 2, Kyle Walker. Left back, number 7, Joao Cancelo. Centre backs today are number 6, Nathan Ake on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, number 25, Manuel Akanji. I do have a feeling it is going to be another back 3. I know you immediately look at it and think, hooray, Man City going to a back 4, and they might be going for a back 4 here. I've got a feeling that it's going to be Walker playing the right side of centre-back, Akanji going through the middle, and Nathan Ake on the left-hand side. Cancelo will be given more freedom. He'll push alongside Rodri. Bernardo will drop deeper, might give Cancelo a little bit more freedom to go forward, and then De Bruyne occupying on the right-hand side. Cancelo needs to have a good game. When Cancelo's on it, City, they have a good game. We could go with a back 4, and if it is to be a back 4, Walker at right back, Cancelo will go at left back. If Walker pushes forward, Cancelo will lean back, and if Cancelo pushes forward, Walker will sit back. I have a feeling Kyle Walker's job today is going to be pretty similar to when Manchester City play Paris Saint-Germain. Whenever we face them and Kylian Mbete is on that left-hand side, he gets told to man-mark him out of the game, and he does a very good job of that. Rashford in very good form, needs to be stopped for Manchester City. So Kyle Walker, I think, is going to be told his job today: pocket Marcus Rashford. Midfield today, number 16, Rodri in holding midfield. Alongside him, number 20, Bernardo Silva, and number 17, Kevin De Bruyne. Ilkay Gundogan unlucky there to miss out. Rico Lewis unlucky to miss out for Manchester City at the back as well. So's Aymeric Laporte, thought he had a pretty good game against Southampton. There weren't many players that had a good game, but I thought he was one of them. And then up top for Manchester City on the right wing is number 26, Riyad Mahrez, returning to the starting 11, which is fantastic news. On the left-hand side is number 47, Phil Foden. I thought we might have gone with Jack Grealish, but again, he's unlucky to miss out. Had a great game at the Etihad against United. However, on the bench for today. And starting up top is Manchester City's number 9, Erling Haaland, looking to score his first goal at Old Trafford for Manchester City. On the bench for Manchester City today is number 14, Aymeric Laporte, number 4, Kalvin Phillips, number 80, Cole Palmer, number 8, Ilkay Gundogan, number 21, Sergio Gomez, number 19, Julian Alvarez, number 18, Stefan Ortega-Moreno, number 82, Rico Lewis, and number 10, Jack Grealish. Absentees for Manchester City today are John Stones and Ruben Dias. John Stones got a niggle, not too sure how long he's going to be out for. Ruben Dias, rumours are he's returning into training very soon, might even have already resumed training from yesterday and into today, so I don't think he's too far away. I'd expect to be seeing him probably sometime at the beginning of February. It might even be good to go for the FA Cup game against Arsenal. We'll have to wait and see. So guys, we're up to 20 likes now, 80 likes to go. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let's hit 100 likes. That would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link and details there in the description and also in the live chat. And speaking of the live chat, don't forget to leave your thoughts in there, including your score prediction for today. I'm going for a Manchester City victory. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it will be both teams to score. I'm going City to win at Old Trafford today by 2-1, with goals for Bernardo Silva and the winner for Erling Haaland. Justin going for 5-0 to Manchester City. So do let me know your score predictions in the live chat and I'll read them out live on air. Also, don't forget as well to let me know where you are tuning in from. I'm nosy, so I'd like to know where everyone's tuning in from around the world. We've already got the UK and Kenya in the room. Is anyone else tuning in from somewhere else? Do let me know in the live chat. Slack, thanks very much for tuning in. The game kicks off in the UK at 12:30 p.m. GMT. So it kicks off in 41 minutes time. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We've got our first part of our entertainment for today. It is my latest transfer update, which includes details on Joao Cancelo, with him finding himself more on the bench, has attracted interest from clubs around Europe. However, starts this big game, so maybe these big clubs, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, might just stop sniffing around with Joao Cancelo. Here's the latest Manchester City transfer news. Sit back, relax, grab yourself some snacks, grab yourself some dinner. It's nearly dinner time. Get yourself a drink and relax. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. It's Manchester derby time. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today, we're we're going to be doing another Manchester City transfer update. We're rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the January transfer window for you guys to enjoy. So if you want to stay up to date first and fast every single day with the latest Manchester City transfer news on YouTube, make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes once more is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you make of these transfers. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description too if you want to go and follow me on there. That would be fab. And also, finally, wanted to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped's links and details are in the description, but if you want to go and cop yourself 20% off the Manscaped website, then at checkout, just use code JSGC. This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the premium global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Manscaped provide the best tools, equipment and liquids for every body part. They have been kind enough to send me the new Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a cordless trimmer with a wireless charging system, providing 90 minutes on one full charge on the lithium-ion battery. The trimmer has LED lights on the front to show battery life, and also on the trimmer for a more precise shave. Ceramic blades with skin-safe technology are provided to help reduce nicks and cuts. 4 trimmer guard options are also available to customize your hair length. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, allowing for easy cleanup. A new travel lock feature is built in to prevent vibrations whilst on the go. So come and join me and 2 million other men worldwide who trust Manscaped when it comes to keeping yourself clean and tidy. Use code JSGC for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. I've got my Lawnmower 4.0. Have you got yours? Go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. Remember, code JSGC, 20% off. Rightio then, to the outs. We've only got one bit of transfer news, but it's a biggie, and it comes in the form of an update on Joao Cancelo. Now, Mike McGrath over at The Telegraph, and normally pretty reliable with City information, has said that Joao Cancelo returning back to Manchester City, not making as many appearances as what maybe he was hoping for, and sitting on the Manchester City bench has actually sparked some interest from clubs in Europe. Now, clubs are on alert should Manchester City make it known that Joao Cancelo could well be transferred away from Manchester City. Now, he is expected if City do give that communication, and I will stress right now that that has not been communicated by Manchester City. Man City have not said that Joao Cancelo is for sale. However, clubs are reading between the lines and seeing that Joao Cancelo, over the last 4 weeks or so, hasn't been utilised by Manchester City as much as what he normally is, and because of that, there is interest from clubs around Europe. Apparently, if it was to be a transfer to happen, it would be to one of Europe's elite. Now, we know Man City aren't going to sell Joao Cancelo to another Premier League club, so you can automatically rule out all clubs from England there. However, apparently there's interest from Spain. Barcelona can't rub 2 pennies together. Probably have to have a whip round to be able to pay the dinner ladies there. So instead, you'd presume that it'd probably be Real Madrid interested in Joao Cancelo. And I'll be honest, I could see Joao Cancelo signing for Real Madrid. I don't know about you, but I could see something like that happening should Manchester City want to sell. Apparently interest from Italy, I presume here the 2 Milan clubs, AC and Inter. I'm not too aware of their finances, however. Put Juve with a question mark, their finances getting called into question. Let's not forget, Joao Cancelo is a former Juventus player. I don't think he'd go back there. Also interest from France, you'd presume that would be Paris Saint-Germain, and also interest from Germany, which again you'd presume would be Bayern Munich. So we're looking at some very prestigious, very elite clubs in Europe, and so it calls into question, and I want to know you guys' thoughts on this. If he was to be sold by Manchester City, how much would you want for Joao Cancelo? He's contracted until 2027, so in the summer he's got 4 years left on his Manchester City contract. So I'm wondering with how good Joao Cancelo can be. His form has dipped a little for Manchester City, but he is a versatile player. Can play on the right, can play on the left, can play in defensive midfield as well. He is an important player to the Manchester City squad. He's an international player. He's a Portuguese international as well. Let's not forget he's a seasoned professional. He's a seasoned pro. And because of that, with the length of contract that he's got and the importance he holds to Manchester City, we brought Joao Cancelo in for around £50 million as part of that swap deal involving Danilo that Juventus paid us money, so it ended up costing us, I think, just over £30 million if you combine them two transfers together. I think I'd be looking, obviously, in excess of £50 million, to be honest, with how important he is and how long he's got left on his contract. I mean, he only signed a contract 11 months ago, a new contract at Manchester City. I'd be looking at £70+ million, and that's before I'd even begin to talk if clubs were interested. I'd be looking at a lot of money here because we are looking at a brilliant player. We're looking at a player that is around the Manchester City starting 11 and transferring to another prestigious European club who would go into, you would presume, the starting 11 of that club. So I'd be looking for a lot of money if Joao Cancelo was to be for sale. That's my price for him. They're my thoughts on Joao Cancelo. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If he was to be sold by Manchester City, how much would you sell him for? And let me know why. In an ideal world, we want to keep Cancelo. And it's a big shame that a player dips in form over 4 weeks and all of a sudden they start getting linked with the exit door. But welcome to the ruthless world of transfers. If it was up to me, I'd be giving Joao Cancelo until at very least end of next season and saying, actually, if he's not the right fit for Manchester City or they wanted to change the formation or something, then potentially look there. And we've got the ball in our court. 4 years left on his contract. That's what City really need to be focusing on. So they're my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. Remember, 300 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming for you guys to enjoy, so make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. That'd be much appreciated. And finally, a big shout out to today's video sponsor, Manscaped. Links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC for 20% off all items there that are placed into your basket. So it's 20% off your final basket price. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. We've got the build up to the big Manchester derby as well for you guys to enjoy. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. I apologise if you can hear the dog barking as well. He's currently barking at his own shadow in the window. Dogs for you. See you tomorrow. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now. Top quality. We've all got to love a transfer update, haven't we? Definitely. That's all the very latest at the moment in what's been a pretty quiet January transfer window so far for Manchester City. There's been some players recalled from loan that's headed back out on loan. Liam Delap, the latest of them, recalled from his loan at Stoke and headed out to Preston North End in the Championship, much to Mixid's happiness. He's happy about that. He's not, I don't think he's going to be joining us, or if he does, it'll be very briefly, as he's a season ticket holder at Preston North End, so he's going to be at their game with Norwich today. But yeah, the Liam Delap will potentially be in action for them today in their match against Norwich. We've seen some players linked with Manchester City and some potential summer activity, which Manchester City will be having a good look at, and Chicky will be having a good look at right now and through the coming months as well when it comes to Manchester City transfers. Transfers don't just happen overnight. You don't just declare your interest in a player and within a week a player is signed. There's a lot of details that go into transfers, including finding the very best of players that you want to sign. You've got to scout them, you've got to speak to their entourage, you've got to find out their asking price of the club, you've got to go into negotiations, you've got to move from interest over into actual bids coming in. You don't want to be just putting in pointless bids unless you're Arsenal. For that time, I think they made an offer for Luis Suarez, which was £40,001,000, which was absolutely just taking the biscuit. If people remember at that time when he played for Liverpool, I think was the transfer. That was very funny. But yeah, they're pretty quiet on the City transfer front at this moment in time. But I am expecting things may start to warm up as the season does go on, and you'll start to come across one or two players potentially who may want to leave Manchester City, including the likes of Bernardo Silva that we've been speaking heavily about already so far in the January winter transfer window. And I suspect that saga definitely will go into the summer as well. And Manchester City, I'm sure, will be in the market for a good 2 or 3 players, including a central midfielder. So we've been getting linked with players like Enzo Fernandez, Jude Bellingham, etc. So yeah, if there's any transfers or anything that comes up, then of course I will keep you guys up to date with that every single step of the way. Rightio then, to the comments, Big Manchester Derby. Don't forget, live chat. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well. That would be much appreciated. We've got Fardusa tuning in from Djibouti. So we've got Kenya, the United Kingdom and Djibouti in the room. So thank you very much for tuning in. Fardusa going for a 3-1 victory today for Manchester City. Iceman, thanks very much for tuning in. I wonder if it's the Iceman Gerwin Price. We'll wait and see. Going for a 3-0 victory today for Manchester City. Urban Gangster, thanks very much for tuning in. Says it's important that we show who is the only team in Manchester, as Manchester is blue. And we need to show an instant response from the poor showing the other night against Southampton. And City need to start fast. I think you're absolutely spot on the money there, Urban. Needs to be a quick start from Manchester City. They need to show that they mean business, and they need to show that they're well and truly over that match with Southampton. And the best way of doing that is to go out there and grab an early goal and give the side some confidence going forward. I think that is definitely what is needed, and I think first goal scorer in this game will be very important. I suspect both sides are going to want to be aggressive and take the game to each other, so it could be in for a very entertaining and attacking game from this match. It'll be interesting to see what lessons United have learned from that first half at the Etihad, where City completely ripped them to shreds and took the game away from them. They were better in the second half. However, City were just far too superior in that first half. United can't afford to be having any kind of spell like that in this game, because the quality that City have got, the hunger and desire that I'm expecting City to have, will be second to none. So United need to have the game of their lives if they're going to win this game, because Manchester City, they're a different ball game completely when City are on it. Manchester Derby as well, really interesting, so stay tuned. Big Premier League weekend coming up, of course, of derbies. Manchester Derby today, North London Derby tomorrow. Rin, thanks very much for tuning in, going for United 2, Manchester City 2. A draw isn't the worst result today. However, we need to win. United need a win, so we will see. I don't think personally this game will end in a draw, is my honest opinion. John, Napoli did batter Juventus yesterday in a great win for Napoli. I think they're currently sitting top of Serie A and looking very good. Juventus, I don't really know what's going on there, to be honest. Dudley, hello, thanks very much for tuning in, much appreciated. Julie obviously didn't fancy the morning, so decided to tune in once it had ticked over to midday and tune in to say good afternoon. So good afternoon, Julia. Thanks very much for tuning in once more, much appreciated. Citizens for Life, thanks very much for tuning in. Says, I think starting Cancelo is a mistake. Form-wise has been pretty poor recently. Ake at left-back would have been the better option, in my opinion. And Citizens for Life, very interesting point made there. And I have an abundance there to agree with you. In my preview, if you watch my preview, I went for Nathan Ake to start at left-back due to the poor form of Joao Cancelo. So Pep Guardiola backing Cancelo here in surely City go back 4 here today, and that's the reason Cancelo starts. This back 3 malarkey doesn't suit the game of Joao Cancelo. It hasn't suited on the right-hand side. He might be giving him one last go maybe on the left-hand side to see if it works. If it's not working, change it up in the second half, an early second half, I would say. Cancelo needs a good game here. So it'll be very interesting to see how he performs, and it'll be interesting to see if it is a back 3 or a back 4 and Cancelo going at left back, or whether he'll be sitting more alongside Rodri in a deeper role, or might be given more freedom to go further forward. We'll have to wait and see. Matty, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Going for either a 2-1 or a 3-1 victory to Manchester City today. Matching me, I'm going for a 2-1 victory for City. City till I die, going for a hat-trick for Haaland today, plus 2 for Foden and Bernardo Silva to score late in the first half, and then a John Stones stunner to finish them off to 0. So going for a 7-0 victory there. Things you love to see. Can City better that 6-1 victory? We'll see. To 0 Man United would be a good achievement, and in my opinion, defensively pretty poor against Southampton. And whilst it's all fine and well speaking about not having any shots and not being too great in attack against Southampton, it'd be nice to have a really solid defensive performance today. Akanji and Ake given the nod at centre-back, Kyle Walker and Joao Cancelo, either of them at full-back as well. So we'll see how that works for Manchester City. Boy Race, thanks very much for tuning in. Reckons we're going to smash United. I do hope you are right with that one. That would be great. The Creator going for 3-0 to Manchester City, I presume there. I hope you're correct. Any Man City victory today, and I'm over the moon with, I'm over the blue moon with if Manchester City pick up a victory today. Strong performance needed. Mike, thanks very much for tuning in. Hello, I do hope you are well. Andrew, good morning. It's now just ticked over to the afternoon, but thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. I do hope you are well. So, guys, if you are just tuning in, Manchester City's starting 11 for today is Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker right-hand side, Joao Cancelo left-hand side, and it's Akanji and Ake as City's 2 centre-backs. Rodri in defensive midfield alongside Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. It's Riyad Mahrez on the right wing, Phil Foden on the left wing, and Erling Haaland starting up top. Manchester United starting 11 today is David De Gea in goal. Right back is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, left back Malacia. Centre backs today are Varane and Luke Shaw. In midfield, it's Casemiro, Fred, alongside Christian Eriksen, starting just behind the striker, which is Martial. On the right-hand side is Bruno Fernandes. Left-hand side, they inform Marcus Rashford. They're your 2 starting 11s for today. Matty says, I was more mad at how City played in the League Cup the other day rather than just the result. And honestly, it's all about not just the play, but the approach. And it's almost like some of the players didn't really care. They weren't really that fussed. They just, all round, the whole performance just stank. The results stank. The sooner we move on from that, the better. And to me, all is forgiven with a good, solid performance today. City pick up a win and a good, solid, passionate performance. I'm more than happy, and great momentum heading into the match at the Etihad against Spurs. There's lots of big, important Premier League games coming up. So City just need to make sure that they are on it. So, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. We're now into the 40s, which is brilliant. We're 59 likes away from 100 likes. As mentioned before, can today be just the 3rd time ever of me doing live stream watch-alongs that we hit 100 likes before kickoff? That would be absolutely sensational. The other 2 times have always been Champions League matches. The Real Madrid game just after lockdown, and also the Champions League final against Chelsea are the 2 times with 100 likes before kickoff. Can today be the first ever Premier League game we do that? Manchester derby, it's the biggie, our first biggest game of 2023 so far. Leave a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. So Fardusa reckons Haaland scoring a double. Keanu says Kapamulai. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much for tuning in. Justin says, really likes my transfer football videos. They're really good. Likes all your videos that you did, and they're all really good. Likes all the players to come to City. Thank you very much for the support shown. It is much appreciated. I've always been passionate about transfers. I should really be some kind of transfer correspondent. Would be my dream job. I love transfers and talking about it, and right from them starting as rumours to the build-up to Manchester City being close to signing them, some transfers collapse, having sagas, and City eventually getting something over the line. There's just, you cannot beat it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's excitement. I think it's drama of the highest order. Football matches, they last 90 minutes, so you get the drama in 90 minutes. Transfers can go on for days, weeks, even months, and I just think they're brilliant. I really do. So, yeah, thank you very much for your support. It is much appreciated. So, leave a thumbs up. 57 likes to go to 100 likes. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. We're now just 49 subscribers away from 28,000 subscribers. I'm not too sure today will be the day that we hit that. I hope it is. Please subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links there in the description below, and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up. It's 57 likes to go. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, TikTok link in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. That would be much appreciated. Do let me know your thoughts in the live chat, where you're tuning in from, and also your score prediction and any queries that you've got for me, like Matty asking, am I going to be doing any more City home vlogs, and if so, when am I going to be doing them? You're in luck. Tottenham Hotspur, next game at home, Thursday evening. No live watch along. I'm going to be at the game. We're going to have a vlog up, a match vlog on Friday sometime for you guys to enjoy. So next match vlog Friday. More than likely next match vlog after that will be the Friday night after in the match between City and Arsenal in the FA Cup, pending that I do get tickets, which I do think that I will. So yeah, more than likely that will be the next live vlog, next match vlog for you guys to enjoy. Now, finally, before we move on to our final bit of entertainment before we have kickoff in this game, do go check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. It's a free app to download. They will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, as well as the latest scores, results, statistics, live league tables, and all of your good footballing needs. The details to them are in the description and also in the live chat. I do have a promo video for you guys to enjoy. Probably our last time we'll roll this before kickoff. So this is my OneFootball promo video. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Muchas gracias, OneFootball. Links, details, they are in the description. Very quickly, just heading to the live chat. Jodel says, extremely nervous for this because I'm not sure how we're going to be able to cope with Manchester United's form. Makes a very good point there. You see in the clash here of a known excellent team in Manchester City taking on a very good team who are in brilliant form. Something's got to give in this game, and I can understand the nerves. How is everybody feeling? I've always said that whilst I'm doing my live watch-alongs, I'm so focused on providing top quality content for you guys that it helps take away any kind of feeling that I have towards the game, whether that be excitement or whether it would be in terms of nerves. And it's brilliant because it just allows me really to focus and focus on what's important, and that really at the end of the day is football. So yeah, there we go. Matty, I will see you at the place of worship, the Etihad Stadium, on Thursday. Sub 2, thanks very much for tuning in. We are on 48 likes, you are correct. 52 away from 100 likes. Can we hit that by the start of this game? We've only ever done it twice, 2 Champions League games, Real Madrid after the first lockdown, and also the Champions League final against Chelsea. Can this be the first ever Premier League one? We'll wait and see. With 52 likes away, so if you're watching this and you haven't already, please do leave a thumbs up. Rightio then, guys, do have some final pre-match entertainment for you guys to enjoy whilst I just get everything else ready and set up, ready for the live watch along. This is mine and Mixed, who is my partner channel. Links and details in the description. We headed out over to Leeds and did a little vlog over on his channel, checking out all the very best bars for our vlog in Leeds, our first time checking out the bars in Leeds as well. So this is our experience on what was a very rainy day just before Christmas then, and a very rainy day today as well. So don't forget to sit back, relax, grab yourself some snacks, get yourself a drink and relax as we head into the Manchester derby as we get our countdown to kick off.
Good to see you guys. Welcome to our YouTube Christmas do that we have every year with me and JSGC, as I will tell you guys around Leeds. So come and follow me. First bar on the menu is a Pixel bar. So if you're a nerd or a gamer a bit like me, then you'll love this cocktail bar. So I will show you into it. So let's go. So as you can see, our drinks are now arrived. How quirky is this? So you get a Pokemon card with the drink. So it's called You've Got to Catch 'Em All cocktail. So if you like your games, or if you're a nerd like myself, I'm a big gamer, especially in my childhood. As my childhood, I can see right now loving this place. So I think it's a nice idea, and it gives me like student vibes, and it's good as well. So one thing to mention is it's 2 for £10 at the minute. So that's a bonus at the minute.
Cheap.
It is, because I think they're £7.50 normally.
Yeah.
So at the minute on offer, so 2 for £10. So you can't beat that. £5 cocktails at the minute. I'm in my happy place, Nintendo Switches, so you can play consoles here.
You have to book them.
You got to book it, yeah.
We've got Mario Kart. It's hooked up, so we've got the controllers.
Yeah. And I'm in heaven here.
How does it taste
then? I just love
then?
everything about it, yeah. Now it's a cocktail. Tastes good. Give it a 7.5 out of 10. I like it. So what we'll do, I'll show you JSGC. One.
8.5 out of 10.
8.5.
Cheers.
Wow. I'm not won the shit. I can see I'm on 15 points.
I'm coming for him. Back in it. I'm back in it. Look.
Always loving this.
Damn right, I'm back in it. We're level on points, 2 to go. We've got a Rainbow Road coming up though. The downside. Yeah. I love that their menu comes in a PlayStation box.
Disaster. That could have easily been 4th. I mean, I could not have him finishing first and me 4th. That's just me done, but no.
He took a drink because he's concerned. Why? Because Bowser, JSGC, Leeds. What's up next?
Rubbing it in.
What's in next?
So next it's the favourite circuit. So if you've played Mario Kart, Rainbow Road.
Oh.
When it takes all here.
To make this more interesting, loser pays for the next room.
Deal.
We're shaking on it.
12 seconds later.
So as you can see what's happened. It's a disaster. Last round of the last lap of Rainbow Road. He's had a nightmare. So I've won it, and he just kept getting peppered in that last lap. So he falls from 1st to 5th. So bottoms up. The round's on Johnson. Shit. Off you go to the bar. Here he is, with the drink.
Merry fucking Christmas.
So as you can see, guys, we are on Rainbow Road. The one thing to mention is the 2 for 10. It's got to be the same cocktail.
But it's still a good deal. I can't argue with that. I think it's very reasonably priced. So onto Rainbow Road. On round 2, bro.
Why not? Why not?
Let's do this.
So Rainbow Road. How does it taste? It tastes like victory. That is absolutely nice. It's sweet, and I just love it. You got a sweet tooth. You love this cocktail. I give that a solid 8.5 out of 10. I'm really enjoying it. I like the garnish. I like the taste of it. It's a really nice cocktail. That.
I hate you so much. Couldn't even give me just one. No.
Come on, I thought you finished 5th in one of the races.
Shall we go and get some food?
I'll go on then.
Before our food does arrive, we're on some drinks. We're in Almost Famous. They did have one in Manchester, got rid of it, but they do have one in Leeds, which is good. So this is the Fit as Fuck Martini. Comes, of course, with a shot of Prosecco. It's Christmas. And how does the drink taste?
I love that saying, it's Christmas.
Oh, wow.
It's giving me Porn Snob Martini vibes.
Much sweeter. Pineapple juice, I'm getting a lot of flavour there. I like it though, very nice.
Merry Christmas. Very tiki as shit that is. It's giving me zombie vibes. This was on fire when it came, so that's what its pre-name is really. It's a zombie, but under a different name called the Molotov. But that tastes very nice, and if you like your tiki drinks, you'll love this.
Top quality stuff, Aaron. Is it grim up north?
Just a bit.
Cold and wet. Got to love it. Look how quiet it is though. This looks like a mixed street.
This looks familiar, doesn't it? There's familiar vibes in Manchester.
It does. It looks like a mixed bar street. Let's go. A very posh alchemist there. Let's head in because we're getting wet. Someone's a bit wet.
To the Alchemist Greek Street. I'm just a bit wet. Okay, that way. Alchemist Greek Street. So Joe's Juicy is on breaking in eggs. So you've got a spoon to smash it open.
Okay.
And this is Disco Sour.
There's a funky glass.
I just love the funky glass that comes with Alchemist. They never ever disappoint.
Let's crack this egg. Yes, that is a quote from the Power Rangers movie, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers film. Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. Feel like you like this one. That's some strong shit. That makes me feel warm inside.
Oh, that sounds strong. Disco Sour. I just love the funky glass. Really nice. Really, really nice. I'd give that 8 out of 10, but that's really sweet and just like it. I think just you say it like this. It's strong, it does give you a little bit of warmth down your throat and into your chest. Well, it's a bit more sweeter than I think what JSGC's got with bacon and eggs. So I'll have a quick look at the menu, just tell you what's inside it. With the disco, the name comes from the grenadine they use, disco grenadine. So it's a disco sour, so obviously it's a bit more of an aperitivo. So that's a little bit of bitterness, but I just like it. Maybe it's just my bitter taste that I like that's disguising this, otherwise I'd like to know JSGC's opinion on this. So it's got brandy in it, Dara aperitivo, petrol beers, which I've got at home, lemon, and then a little bit of blueberry. So that is the disco sour.
Sorry there, Mixie. We're going to cut you off because we've got our official 5-minute countdown to kick-off. And we've got the players in the tunnel. And we're going to be controversial now. I want to know your thoughts. I can see the United and City players shaking hands, smiling, having a laugh. We've got Anthony and Ederson, of course, Brazilian counterparts. I get that, the friends, but this is Derby day. This is Derby. Derby football. Manchester Derby. We want pride there. Don't think I'd be having a laugh with anyone from United if I was in the tunnel, regardless of them being my international teammate. It'd be very much game face on you. Fred having a laugh with Ederson as well. Roy Keane used to sum it up best, I feel, and as much as that fucking pains me to say, he used to sum it up really well. As soon as he got in that tunnel, it was game face, regardless of who was around him. It was all about him. It was all about Manchester United. And with City as well, Haaland's doing it. Takes a huff. He knows the importance. It's all about him. It's all about Manchester City and them winning this game. That's what it's got to be about. None of this shaking hands, hugging each other, you know, having a chat. It's a derby. Game face on. Sub 2, I do hope you're right. I really do hope you are right. And we see a response from Manchester City. Bayardi, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Saying Cancelo needs to repay the good faith shown in him by Pep Guardiola. I agree. He gets the big call. He gets the start in the game. He needs to have a good performance here, in my opinion. So a massive game. We're just 46 likes away from 100 likes. Looks like we're going to fall short of our 100 likes before the start of the game, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll make the push during the game and we'll get them 100 likes. 46 likes to go. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Links and details there in the live chat and also in the description. Sub 2, no, feeling no nerves. I want Man City to go out there and do what they do. And that's play football. If they play football and get the attacking players in the positions that they need to be in, and the clinical in front of goal, we win this game. How many games is Haalandinho getting? That is the big question. I'm going for 1. 2-1 City today. Wouldn't surprise me if he drew a blank. It also wouldn't surprise me if he bagged a 20-minute hat-trick. We will see. We will see, of course. Danny, thanks very much, though, for tuning in and for your comment. It is much appreciated. Bruno Fernandes captaining Manchester United today. Manchester City being led out by Kevin De Bruyne. I was going to wear my away top, but I didn't fancy wearing any part of red on Derby Day. We had to go blue with the burgundy and white stripe, so we've gone with that instead. Hopefully a good luck charm there. City playing in blue today. The away team at Old Trafford in a sold-out Old Trafford and sold-out away end with the hottest ticket in town at Old Trafford for the Manchester Derby. United taking on City. So BT Sport have got Man City down as a back four. Walker on the right and Cancelo on the left. Some have been speaking and saying Has nobody ruled out here? Cancelo could be playing right back, Ake at left back, and Walker as centre back with Akanji. I sincerely hope not, but it's Pep. He said there was going to be a surprise. He might have laughed it off and said he's joking. We'll find out, of course. We will, of course, find out. So it's going to be United attacking from left to right. United lining up today. David De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka right-hand side. And Malacia on the left. Centre-backs today for them is Raphael Varane and Luke Shaw. Midfield for United is Casemiro, Fred and Eriksen. Bruno Fernandes on the right wing. Marcus Rashford on the left wing. And Anthony Martial leads their line. For Manchester City, your starting lineup today. Ederson in goal. Kyle Walker right back. Joao Cancelo left back, I think, is what's going to happen. Manuel Akanji and Nathan Ake, City's two centre backs. Rodri in defensive midfield. Alongside him, Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. Riyad Mahrez on the right wing. Phil Foden on the left wing. And number 9, Erling Haaland starting up top. Are your two starting 11s as we're very close to kickoff now. Pep Guardiola and the coaches exchange handshakes. All the prep has been done. It's now to do the talking on the field. It's red taking on blue. It's United against City at Old Trafford. Live watch along. Stay tuned, everybody. Northern Irish, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Sub 2 going for Cancelo to be inverted, or inverted wing-back for City today. Danny tuning in from the Netherlands, much appreciated. Stuart Atwell, referee today, ready to blow the whistle. Good v evil. Which way round, though, John? That's the question. First ever Manchester derby live on BT Sport in the Premier League as well. A big coup for them, taking it off Sky Sports. And we do have kickoff here for the Manchester derby at Old Trafford. United getting us underway from left to right, playing in their red shirts, white shorts, black socks. City attacking from right to left, playing in their sky blue shirts, white shorts and sky blue socks. As Martial goes over Manuel Akanji, literally going arse over tip there. Goes right through the back of him. Martial ends up much worse off, landing awkwardly on the back of his head and also on the back of his back as well. Free kick given to Manchester City, though. It does look like Kyle Walker has gone right back. Nathan Ake at centre-back and Joao Cancelo left-back. So a flat back four. Things you love to see, a flat back four from Manchester City. Danny, I do not know Mark Goldbridge. And Dale, good afternoon. Thanks very much for tuning in. It's a big one, isn't it? Very big game. So we're just 42 likes away from 100 likes. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Links and details in the live chat and in the description. So Ake works it to Akanji. City just pushing forward. United being a bit reserved in their approach. Have committed a couple of fouls. Here's Ake to Haaland. Ake once more. Works it to the left. Foden gives it to Cancelo. It was a cynical foul. Hope that the referee wants too many talking points early on. Giving a yellow card to a player inside the first minute's a big call. But if it's a yellow card challenge, then a yellow card should be given regardless of what time it's at. A poor pass that from Ederson, kept in by Kyle Walker. A risky one to keep that in. Akanji just burst forward and, poor pass from Akanji towards Mahrez. Goes straight out of play. Doesn't find the man. A couple of inaccurate passes there from Manchester City, and the ball's given away. And for the first time in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, United can have the ball. David De Gea works it to the left-hand side. side. Here is Malacia with the ball. Works it to Luke Shaw, playing centre-back partner in Raphael Varane today. Kevin De Bruyne puts the press onto David De Gea. He goes long with the ball. Header won by Bruno Fernandes in the challenge of Joao Cancelo in the air. Doesn't find Martial, finds Nathan Ake instead. And he will work it to Ederson, who will look to build a City attack here by moving City forward to centre-back Manuel Akanji. Football is being played here at a little bit of a passing slow pace by Manchester City as Rodri spreads the play from centre to the left. Here is Joao Cancelo now. 3 minutes in at Old Trafford, 0-0. Threads the ball nicely into Bernardo Silva. He puts the ball into a nice area. Nobody's in the penalty area, though. You've got to ask the question, why? Mahrez up against Malacia. Malacia's first bit of defending to do there. He does well to keep hold of the challenge of Mahrez. Mahrez just kind of appeared out of nowhere and took him by surprise. The ball gets threaded through towards Malacia. Kyle Walker shields that one out, and that'll be a throw-in to Manchester City. So lots of individual battles. Rashford and Walker, Mahrez and Malacia. Midfield battles as well, including Casemiro and Fred taking on Bernardo and De Bruyne. Here is Cancelo on the left. He's got the freedom of the left. Eventually, he was put under pressure there by Bruno Fernandes, and Cancelo just left the ball. He's intercepted. A poor ball from David De Gea, though, just intercepted well by Rodri just on halfway, and Nathan Ake can pick that ball off now. Here is Manuel Akanji, gives the ball back to Nathan Ake. Big call today. Aymeric Laporte left on the bench for Manchester City, and Nathan Ake given the nod ahead of him. Manuel Akanji with the injured Dias and Stones doesn't surprise me. He's starting right side of centre-back. I didn't think City were going to go with two left-footers of Ake and Laporte, so it's always going to be Akanji. It was just going to be a case of if City went with a back three, Laporte and Ake would be playing, or whether City went with a flat back two and one of Ake or Laporte ends up missing out. And in my opinion, Laporte's had a good season so far. Didn't play too bad against Southampton, I didn't think. He's the one that ends up missing out. But Pep Guardiola is the manager, not me, so there we go. Here is Nathan Ake then for Manchester City. Gives the ball to Kyle Walker on the right-hand side, and he bursts forward here. He's got Mahrez for support. He's got De Bruyne in the middle. It's a poor pass, another poor pass. That's 3 poor passes from City now. Intercepted after getting themselves into what looked like it potentially could be a pretty good position. City managed to intercept the ball, though, through Nathan Ake on a challenge on Bruno Fernandes. Just gives the ball to Ederson, and City can build from the back once more. Dale makes a good point, thinks Akanji and Ake could be a good little pairing together if they get given a run of games. And I think the if is the big point there as to whether they do. City haven't really settled on their centre-back pairings and what they want to go with, and change of formation, etc, etc. It just looks a little bit disjointed, but you are right. I feel like the back four suits City much better than a back five or a back three. They look more settled. I feel like the players look more comfortable and more belief and confident in that. Because of the formation changes. Haaland drops deep but doesn't receive the ball. Here's Manuel Akanji now. Works it to the right-hand side. United not really pressing City too much. Southampton were right on City, and De Bruyne drops a shoulder really well. Haaland goes into space. Walker's made a run. Bernardo receives it, works it to the left, leaves it for Cancelo. Foden does. Cancelo now. Can he get a ball into the box? Gets it onto his left. It's a deep ball towards the back post, headed clear by Malacia, and Marcus Rashford's there to help out with his defensive duties. Whacks it clear. It was a good ball that towards Martial, and Ake gets his foot to it, but it's a rushed clearance, and miles offside there. Martial takes the touch just in case the offside flag goes up. 6 minutes in, remains here. United 0, City 0 at Old Trafford in the Manchester derby in the Premier League. So here is Manuel Akanji. The large part of possession first 7 minutes here been dominated by Manchester City. Yet to see an opportunity created, but City looking sharper, looking better, and look like they've got more belief about them, like they've got a point to prove, which is much better. So first 7 minutes, good. We just need to start creating some opportunities. First phase of the game, first 10-15 minutes, key in this game. Cancelo, not a great ball. Malacia deals with it. Kyle Walker having a good game so far. Wins the header. Straight into the feet of David De Gea, though. Manchester United, they need to start having a bit of possession, really, United. They just keep making 1 or 2 passes, sending the ball long, and then City surround them out and win the ball back without having too much possession, which doesn't sound very Erik ten Hag-like. And yeah, right now Erik ten Hag looks like he's having more to think about than what Pep is, as United play risk there, but the player like Casemiro, with all his experience, you'd be expecting him to make that pass. Poor pass from Akanji. He's asking the question of where Rodri was to receive the ball. Instead, given away to United, and United now can have their first bit of possession inside the City half as well. Rashford under pressure from Akanji. Finds the pass to Malacia. Malacia having a pretty good game so far, making himself known. Fred drops into space. Fernandes works towards Ederson. Kyle Walker makes the interception, gets it clear, only as far as Luke Shaw. Here's Malacia now, working it into the centre. Here is Raphael Varane. Has to go back to goalkeeper David De Gea. Kevin De Bruyne instructs Riyad Mahrez just to make the press on the right-hand side for Manchester City. Erling Haaland trotting around. Puts the pressure on to Raphael Varane. He finds Wan-Bissaka now. Wan-Bissaka back to Varane. Not too much intensity in this game yet. Long ball sent forward by David De Gea. Finds Martial, and Martial under pressure does really well to find control. And now United could potentially create their first opportunity. Rashford on the left. Goes past the challenger Kyle Walker. Centralises it. Martial gets lucky with his pass. It takes a deflection. Malacia tries to get across. He wants a handball given as a corner instead against Riyad Mahrez. An offside flag up though, so it'll be a free kick to Manchester City. That's poor from United. Malacia shouldn't really be in an offside position. He was just offside. So, free kick Manchester City. We'll take that, as we're now 39 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Ederson finds Ake. Ake to Akanji. United putting the squeeze on inside City's penalty area. Passing to space is looking to find Mahrez. He's brought down, and that'll be a free kick, which Man City are happy to accept just so they can push the players further forward. Malacia looking pretty good for a yellow card. He looks very animated in this game so far, like he has a point to prove. He's getting very into this match. I think Stuart Atwell will be looking for this match to try and be as problem-free as possible. Poor pass from Bernardo given away. There's space for Ederson. There's space for Fernandes in the penalty area. First chance! Wide from Bruno Fernandes. Poor pass from Bernardo Silva leads to the first opportunity of the game, and it isn't punished by Bruno Fernandes, and it's off target as well. 2 touch passes into an opportunity. Should be testing the keeper from there. He never even looks up. And it's quite a bit wide. From the angle, he has a good yard on Nathan Ake. He needed to go near post and up. And that's a wasted opportunity for Bruno Fernandes. 0-0 it remains. Walker just about finds Rodri. Bernardo, Rodri then works the ball to Cancelo on the left. And a bit of space for City now. Haaland makes a run, not used. Luke Shaw's the man marking Haaland. That's hilarious. Height difference. How tall is Luke Shaw? What is he, 5'10"? He's marking 6'4" Haaland. You really want to be forcing Haaland to the left-hand side and having Varane mark him, the more experienced natural centre-back who's... I mean, Varane's no midget, is he? He must be, what, 6'2", 6'3" at least. He might even be just as tall as Erling Haaland. So if you want to man mark him, really, you want Varane to have that job. Luke Shaw, I think, quicker of the two, though. So maybe they're looking for pace. Haaland's got height and pace. He paid a lot of money to have that asset available to them, as Ederson works it to Akanji. On the right side, a centre-back for Manchester City today. Bernardo Silva drops into that deeper role. So it is Bernardo supporting Rodri more and dropping deeper. And with it, sees De Bruyne push further ahead. We still await City's first opportunity. United just had their first through Fernandes. Put it wide. City not punished after giving the ball away through Bernardo Silva. Can Manchester City muster up their first opportunity in what's been a pretty slow first 12 minutes? Both sides maybe sussing each other out, trying to grow into the game. Here is Kyle Walker now. Gives it to Riyad Mahrez, centralising himself. Thought about going cross-field. He thinks again about going cross-field. And again, he thinks about it, makes the pass this time to Ake. 3 times he dummied making that pass. He wanted to, I just don't think he thought it was on. Ake then gives it to Walker, just inside the Manchester City half. Here is Akanji. City just working it backwards. Goes back to Ederson as Martial it was putting pressure onto Akanji. Bernardo drops deeper, receives the ball off Eddie. Here is Bernardo now. The furthest player back at the moment. Christian Eriksen putting a bit of pressure onto Bernardo. He's not really got anywhere to go, Bernardo, at the moment, so he gives it to Akanji, and City can work it forward. 1 touch from Akanji gives it to Walker. 1 touch from Mahrez gives it back to Kyle Walker. Here's Kyle Walker now. Thinks about the pass to Mahrez, chooses against it. Players dropping deeper to try and help support Kyle Walker. He gives it to Mahrez instead, and he just works it back to Akanji. City just knocking the ball around at the moment, getting their passing stats up and their pass completion rates up, but nothing of note yet to work their way around United. De Bruyne moves into space, gives the ball to Joao Cancelo now. He gives it to Rodri. There's a bit of space on the right-hand side. Rodri might look to try and find Riyad Mahrez. He doesn't go with the outside of his foot to play that pass. There's De Bruyne instead. One advantage you've got of Kevin is he can use both feet, so he has that option to switch from one to the other if he needs to, as United send it deep. It's a good ball that from United, and Martial, he's into the penalty area. He's got Akanji for company, threads the ball into space, and it's good defending from Joao Cancelo on Marcus Rashford. And Joao Cancelo in the right place at the right time there to get the ball clear for Manchester City. And City knocking the ball about all right. However, United just 2 touches moving the ball forward and finding space all too easy for my liking. Fred now gives it to Malacia on the left-hand side, just outside the City penalty area. Fred now, under pressure, takes a kick from Mahrez. Referee says no free kick, play on. United keep hold of the ball though. Cross will come in. It's deep and it's towards Ederson, who will collect that one far beyond that of Christian Eriksen. And Ederson will just chuck that ball out to Joao Cancelo now as he looks to try and break City into the United half. City's back line needs to push up here and get United under pressure. Here is Bernardo Silva for City now, just inside the United half. It looks like he's going to go backwards. He does to Akanji as that back line does eventually push its way up. Here is Riyad Mahrez for City. Knocks it to Kevin De Bruyne. As he kept himself onside, the flag stays down. He goes for the cross. He wants a corner and a goal kick given against De Bruyne there. I thought he might have been offside against Fred. It does come off De Bruyne's studs, to be fair, and goal kick is the correct decision in the decision that was given. Ruud Weghorst not in the squad today, but is in the stands with his family. Transfer didn't get done in time for him to participate in training and be in the squad for Manchester United today. I'm not even sure if they've announced the signing yet. His loan from Burnley to Besiktas has been cancelled. He's been recalled. I'm not too sure if it's been formally announced or not. But he will eventually become a Manchester United player in the stands today, as they're waiting for that transfer to be done, and he'll be a United player from now until the end of the season. Eddie then sends it long, and it's a poor ball and straight out of play for a throw into Manchester United. And while City have looked better than what they did against Southampton, they've not looked sharp or amazing here so far. And creatively, no shots on target against Southampton in the first 16 minutes have created nothing here. Akanji then gives it to Mahrez. All we want is a shot on target. It gives us something to cheer about. Here is Manuel Akanji now. Maybe it's they're playing Chelsea twice. We've caught the Chelsea syndrome of allergic to shots and scoring goals. I don't know. But we've gone, what? Now 106 minutes without a shot on target. It's really poor. And Mahrez pressed into a mistake. Referee says no free kick in United through 2 touches now. Put themselves into a good position. And that's a really poor pass from Casemiro. Rodri intercepts that one. And here is Kevin De Bruyne now. He wants this onto his right foot. That's a brilliant covering tackle from Fred. And dispossesses Kevin De Bruyne there. United look up for this. They'll be encouraged by the start that City have looked a bit lacklustre. That they have managed to create an opportunity and had a good chance and taking the game to City. But it does the most important stat, it remains 0-0. Perhaps City's game here is just keep it tight, keep it close, and when the opportunities come, put them in the back of the net. We await the first goal, though. 38 likes now, ladies and gentlemen, away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link in details in the live chat and in the description. Rodri could have had a shot there. Got to the edge of the penalty area. Chose for a pass towards Mahrez, and it was un-Rodri-like. It was inaccurate. An incomplete pass from Rodri. Very unusual. Very unusual. Here's Fred. Gives it to Martial. He's going to be tackled by Bernardo Silva and out for a throw into Manchester United. The sunshine coming out in West Manchester at Old Trafford. City had 64% possession so far in the first 18.5 minutes. City with 85 passes. Akanji nearly makes the interception, and I think the offside flag goes up against United. Free kick to Manchester City. Here is Akanji then. Gives it to Kyle Walker. Mahrez. It goes through the back of him, Malacia this time, and a free kick is given. Mahrez says, what's the difference between that and the other challenge? You give this one, but you didn't give the last one. Just goes right through the back of him. It is a free kick. Just inside City's half, right-hand side. City work it backwards. Here's Akanji. To Bernardo Silva now. Game a bit stretched. Bernardo. Walker goes into space. He's got De Bruyne. Play the pass in. Gives it to Mahrez on the left. Haaland's crying for it. He wants a ball in. And De Bruyne tries to thread it through to Kyle Walker. Wasn't the greatest of passes that from De Bruyne, and Malacia just covering himself, gets his foot onto that, and I think he's just happy for the ball to be incomplete, albeit I think he had more time than he realised, just rushed his play just to get his foot onto it and concedes, in my opinion, a cheap corner, but I think United just regard it as needed to be done, because if he doesn't deal with it, City in a good position there. So corner. City have a chance to get Rodri forward. Akanji, Ake very good in the air. Forward. First corner for City. Mahrez whips one in. Header. Ooh, won by Casemiro. Nathan Ake it was played towards. Nearly got his head onto that one. Phil Foden now in a central position. De Bruyne goes for a ball into the box. Blocked well by Bruno Fernandes. Ball given away by Fred to Kevin De Bruyne. Here is Kyle Walker, playing as the player furthest back for City in case of the threat of the counter-attack. It's a big shame because Kyle Walker's got a real good rocket on him, and you'd want Kyle Walker in an attacking position to be around the edge of the penalty area. If he can put his foot through it, he's got a good hit on him. Same with Rodri, but with his pace and the opportunity of the threat of a counter-attack, you also want Kyle Walker at the back in case there's a quick player on the end that he can keep up with. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Here is Joao Cancelo for Manchester City through the first 21 minutes here, 0-0. One good opportunity for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes put wide, played in by Christian Eriksen. After, I think it was 11 or 12 minutes. Other than that, not too much being created. City just had their first corner of the game. City have been knocking it around, had more possession, but not really created too much. United have pressed and tackled better than City. They've been more aggressive than City in the opening first 21 minutes, but we're still yet to see the first real opportunity for Manchester City in this game. And as sub 2 makes a really good point there, Foden's had one touch, make that 2 touches, but he's offside, so it won't count as a touch. 1 touch in 20 minutes. They've found no way of getting him involved in this game so far. Well, I personally thought Jack Grealish might have been better suited, and Foden did just stray offside, half a yard, weren't much in it. Felt like the ball came slightly later than what he wanted it, that he'd strayed offside. So free kick Manchester United, which David De Gea is just going to get it clear. He's just going to send it long towards Akanji, who wins the header. Here is Nathan Ake now for Manchester City. Works it to Ederson. He'll work it to the right-hand side. Finds Kyle Walker. Gets it under control. There's a few appealed from the fans of handball, but Kyle Walker had his hands behind his back. Came off his chest. What are they appealing for? Who knows? Anyway, Manchester City in possession once more. Nathan Ake. It's one of these games where City score first. I think City will get through the gears and get into rhythm. City can see they're going to find it very difficult to get into this game the way that we're playing. First goal scorer. Huge. Just like the match at Anfield that we lost. First goal scorer. It's huge. Here's Haaland now to Mahrez. On the right wing. City's attack seems to be focusing on that right wing and targeting Malacia rather than Wan-Bissaka. Rodri works it to Bernardo Silva. Goes for an early cross towards Mahrez. Haaland has 2 touches. Shot comes in. It's blocked by United. You don't want to be giving Erling Haaland too much space there. And a good block from Manchester United. Haaland fancied that one. Really put his foot to it. Got it onto his stronger left foot. And the ball whipped in towards Mahrez. Malacia took the touch. Casemiro and Fred it was closing down Erling Haaland. And my God, it needed both players to help make that block. It's Casemiro that got the block in the end. And Haaland grits his teeth. One of them where David De Gea has bodies in front of him. He wouldn't have seen it till late. So worthwhile having a shot. A good block that from Casemiro though. Pep Guardiola scrunched forward. Arms leaning on the famous wall of the dugouts at Old Trafford. Thinking to himself, early ball over from United, dealt with by Akanji. Here's Ederson, the United fans trying to get pressure onto the players, press Manchester City, force the mistake because at the moment United sitting off City, and to be fair, they've got this 4-man attack looking to press. I'm sure Bernardo Silva will be able to pierce through this initial press. And once that happens, then United just want to keep their shape. I think they're happy to not allow Man City to create very much. And one pass forward, Haaland takes the touch, and De Bruyne goes early towards Foden, onside this time. He's offside. Flag goes up. He looked onside there, in my opinion. Alex, thanks for tuning in. How are we playing so far? It's a tight one, that one, for Foden, but flag goes up, so the end of the opportunity, much to the frustration of Pep. How are we playing? Not bad. Not great, but not bad. We're playing better than Wednesday, but I don't think it's very difficult for us to play better than Wednesday. The problem is we're not really creating too much. So United have had one shot, which went wide, and a good opportunity for Bruno Fernandes, which came about from Bernardo Silva's mistake. But other than that, there hasn't been many opportunities in this game so far, and City haven't mustered up anything. Erling Haaland just had a good block shot, and we've had a corner, but other than that, not too much. United then, building up from the back. Casemiro gives it to Rashford, goes cross-field with his pass. United take a touch. Not a very good touch, and City are going to let that one go out for a goal kick. Yeah, not the greatest of performances from City so far. But it's 0-0. We await the first goal, and I think we'll make a further judgment when we get a goal in this game, really. It gives me a better indication. As a whole, does it look like City are going to score anytime soon? My truthful answer to that is no, and it's very un-Manchester City-like. But United covering the gaps. Most of City's attacks going down the right-hand side with Mahrez rather than with Phil Foden. I just get a feeling that attacks down the left, Cancelo and Foden getting in each other's way a little bit. Kyle Walker centralises it. Here's De Bruyne now. Can he find somebody? He can find Mahrez inside the penalty area. On the right-hand side, cross comes in and blocked by United and cleared. Again, good defending from Manchester United. Zaraki, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Welcome back. Here's Rodri then to Nathan Ake. Not the greatest of passes, but Foden does well. Takes it off the feet of Wan-Bissaka, and City can keep hold of the ball here inside United's half. Very much Seamus is what it's looking like from United. Sit deep, defend well, and hit City on the counter. Already created one opportunity. They've got the players to do that. I'm surprised with United's approach. They've not started Anthony as well with that approach. But they're looking to cover the gaps. A player would have to miss out, and it'd probably be Bruno Fernandes. I don't think they don't want to not play Bruno Fernandes, but there we go. De Bruyne nearly threads it through to Kyle Walker. Not quite there from Kevin De Bruyne. See some fans in the United end with the half and half scarves on. obviously neutral fans or fans that haven't been to Old Trafford ever or go very rarely, it's a big occasion to have tickets for. Will cost them an arm and a leg, I'm sure, to have such good seats right near the front of the Manchester derby as well. But half and half scarves, sacrilege. If I'm at the Etihad and I've got a guy wearing a half and half scarf in front of me, I'm not going to be too happy about that, wearing United's colours on a scarf as well. If you're going to make the effort to go to a game and you're a United fan and you're in the United end, or even if you're not and you're just going to buy a scarf and you're going to be in the home end, surely you'd back the home team. You'd buy their stuff rather than the actual event itself. I mean, the only time you think it'd be acceptable really would be a neutral fan watching the Super Bowl, because that's full of neutrals, whereas this is a distinct home game. This isn't a game for neutrals. This is very much Man United on their own patch taking on City. But they're my thoughts. Not a real fan of the half and half scarves. That ball's given away by United. First time they've really made a mistake at the back. They managed to regroup and gather the ball up, though, and not punished by Manchester City. And that's good covering defending from Joao Cancelo and Marcus Rashford. So they've switched it up, United. They've gone Rashford on the right and Bruno Fernandes on the left, just to see if it can nullify Kyle Walker and have Rashford in a foot race. But United haven't really found any way of getting Rashford involved in this game yet. Alex, I think the hospitality's not limited to just home fans. I think anyone can go in hospitality if you're willing to pay the money. There's also been a famous clip of I Show Speed being desperate whilst he was looking for Cristiano Ronaldo to find to get to meet him, and he was in Fulham's hospitality when he went to Fulham away. Chocolate. Here's Rashford having to drop deep, buys a free kick off Joao Cancelo. Cancelo holds tight there to Rashford. Makes the challenge late. No malice in it. Tie up the field. Free kick. Correct decision. No cards. Move on. Here's Luke Shaw. Just about finds Bruno Fernandes and shrugs off his Portuguese teammate Bernardo Silva. Just about. City trying to put a bit more pressure onto United now. I mean, they're going with a makeshift centre-back. We need to get a bit of pressure applied onto Luke Shaw. Yeah, he's played there in other games too and looked pretty comfortable and confident, but this is a high-end game with high-end players. Things like that need to be targeted, in my opinion. Here's United coming forward. A bit of space for them now on the left-hand side, and it's a poor pass that Kyle Walker will deal with, and he'll find the pass to Riyad Mahrez. Here's Walker. Referee keen to let the game flow. Eventually stop the game. I don't know what decision to be. Surely the referee's not giving a free kick here. There's now in that. Absolutely now in that from Malacia. There's a shoulder-to-shoulder coming together. They get the feet tangled up. If anything, if there's a free kick there, it's for Manchester City. It's Malacia. Doesn't have control of the ball. It gets knocked beyond him and then goes into Kyle Walker, and then they get muddled up and he ends up worse off. As previously mentioned, Malacia, he's not done too bad in this game, but he's lying there like he's dead. In my opinion, he's been a bit too over-enthusiastic. Too keen to make things happen without keeping... He's just running around like a headless chicken at times and got caught then doing it. Anyway, this break in play gives me a perfect opportunity to inform everyone that we are 32 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Remember, we're on that push now to 28k subscribers, less than 50 subscribers away. So we're not far away. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by OneFootball. Links and details are in the description and also in the live chat if you want to go and check out OneFootball. OneFootball provided all the pre-match build-up to this game. Will provide the half-time analysis and the full-time analysis for you guys to enjoy. So please do go and check them out. It's a free app to download. Links and details in the description and in the live chat. So just 31 likes away from 100 likes. Can we get our first 100 like live stream of 2023? And the first one since the return of Premier League action since the World Cup would be great as United ping the ball over and Ederson's in no man's land. There's an open net here for United. Blocked. And United gather this one up. The danger's not dealt with. Wan-Bissaka gives it to Casemiro. Cross comes in. And Ederson keeps that in. And City, bloody hell, we got away with that. What on earth was Ederson doing in no man's land there? People have been criticising Stefan Ortega-Moreno. I've been defending him by saying, well, we've got a goalkeeper, our first choice keeper, that goes out there and goes in no man's land all the bloody time. And we nearly got stung for it then if it weren't for the heroic defending of Kyle Walker to make the block from Rashford. Poor from Marcus Rashford. The form that he's in, you'd think he'd be burying that one. Biggest chance of the game so far. JSGC's heart nearly stopped then. Whoa. It's a cracking ball played over the top. What's Ederson doing? He was never ever going to get there. Great defending Kyle Walker. And brilliant defending from Manuel Akanji. It's good to see Akanji starting to find a bit of form again. Combined there, Kyle Walker and Manuel Akanji. Brilliant defending. Got City out of a really hot spot there. Kyle Walker having a very good game first 35 minutes. Akanji sends it long. Cleared by Varane. Foden finds Rodri. De Bruyne. Cross comes in. Foden finds a header. Loops up. Collected by David De Gea. It's not going to count as a shot, I'm afraid. City are defending pretty well. City certainly come with a game plan of what they want to achieve and what they want to do. They're sitting a bit deeper, and it's good that they've made them changes to make that happen. Haaland now feeds it into Bernardo Silva. Haaland makes a really good run, and it's not used by Bernardo. Must be frustrating for Haaland because he gets into the positions but not used. But it's City. It's how we play. Here's Cancelo. Gets his arm pulled. Played into space. Bernardo. Cross comes in. Dealt with by United. Good old flat back four. I'll be going with the flat back four again for Spurs as well. Got equally as difficult players to deal with. Harry Kane. Heung-min Son, just to name a couple. Craig, thanks very much for tuning in. I agree. He never looked like he was going to get that ball. I think it's just because he's already sitting 20 yards out of goal. He has a decision to make when he looks like he's going to be one-on-one. Either I come out and meet them or I back off and allow them to have a one-on-one. And all the time, Ederson always goes for, I'll come out and meet them. And ends up in no man's land. It happens all the time. Honestly, I couldn't believe the criticism Stefan Ortega-Moreno was getting against Southampton for being in no man's land when we've got Ederson, who spends most of his bloody time there. Here's United again, coming forward. Eriksen, threads one through. Rashford has the pace on Rodri. And Rashford, brilliant goalkeeping, Ederson. Brilliant goalkeeping. The goal's coming, and you feel like it's coming for United, but City in the defence And Ederson makes a massive redemption for himself. He backs off and says, this time, Rashford, take me on one-on-one. And he cannot do it. Rashford with 2 big opportunities. Misses both of them. This game's opening up a little bit. City not threading them passes through in the final third is our problem. I'm going to say it again. Jack Grealish is needed in this game. He'll slow this game down. He'll get City the possession. And he's just one of them players that buys fouls. He frustrates teams. I think he'd be more involved than Foden, because Foden's not really been involved in this game. Here's Rodri now for City. Just 30 likes away from 100 likes. Akanji having a very good game for City so far. Mahrez plays it into De Bruyne, squares one across, and David De Gea, right place at the right time. I'd be going for David De Gea's feet and them near posts. His goalkeeping can be a bit suspect at times. I'd be having shots at him, most certainly. Some at City haven't really done. They're just going for the patient, one chance, one goal. I don't really get where this approach has come from. We've never done it before yet. We went for it against Southampton. It didn't work and seem to be doing the same today. I don't get it, but there we go. Walker having a good game as well. Good to see. It's good to see, in terms of defensively, City's defence having a very, very good game. And that was good goalkeeping from Ederson on that Rashford one. Rodri was very smart. Just gives a little nudge into Rashford just as he goes to release the trigger there. Just to knock him slightly off balance, that he has to poke it with the end of his foot. He can't dink it over the keeper. Good advancing save from Ederson. Redeemed himself for the poor positional play that he had a couple of minutes before that. Here is Cancelo then, inside the United half, on the left-hand side. He needs some support, doesn't get any. Gives it to Nathan Ake instead. And City will look down the right-hand side, I feel, instead. Akanji takes the ball. Here is Mahrez now. Give it to De Bruyne. That's a poor pass. In the final third, our passing just goes out the window. And here's United on the counter-attack now. And Rodri has it put it through his legs. It's a brilliant tackle from Mahrez, but United do well and keep hold of the ball. And Kyle Walker mops that one up. And City can have the ball. Rodri. Is there anybody I want on that ball? It's Rodri right now. He'll keep hold of it. Bring City forward. Got Foden for support on the left. Got Mahrez centralising himself. De Bruyne takes to the right wing as Mahrez goes behind the striker. Here is Cancelo. I'm sure that's a momentary change. Cancelo gives it to Foden inside the penalty area. And final third, passing again, given away. What are City doing in the final third? Get into some good positions and then the passing just goes astray. Long ball, dinked over. Manuel Akanji's having a cracking game. He's going to deal with that and finds the pass to Ederson. Manuel Akanji. First 40 minutes, he's been brilliant, and Rashford's down now. I'm not sure if he's injured. He looks frustrated. He bangs the ground. Ake puts the ball out. Unchallenged. This is an injury for Rashford. He's frustrated. I think his game's done. That's why he's just banged the ground in frustration there. I think he knows. Has he pulled something? Dale, I agree. Game over. When you go off unchallenged, you lie down and bang the ground in anger. The player knows. Gareth Southgate watching in anticipation of the England players. And you feel like this might just be Marcus Rashford's game over. As we're now just 29 likes away from 100 likes. Takes a hit off Kyle Walker, Rashford. He's done something in his leg. It's nothing to do with the challenge. He went through Akanji and he's just pulled up his hamstring. His hamstring's gone. That's exactly what happened there. His hamstring went on the upper thigh. And Rashford missed two of the Man United's biggest opportunities of the game. And I think his game's going to be over. The informed man goes off injured. Don't like to see players going off injured. He's just walking along the touchline. I don't know if he's going to resume back in or go off. He's walking gingerly. He doesn't look happy. Communication comes into the bench. Are they going to try and get him in to half-time? Anthony's warming up. I think they're going to resume with Rashford to see how he gets on. He is going to come back on. He gets waved back on now. I got a feeling he'll probably come off at half-time. I don't think United's bench is prepared to make that sub. Certainly looks like a hamstring when you pull up and you're holding your thigh. The hamstring goes. City have been putting a lot of pressure. There's a lot of quick players, a lot of good defenders out there that he's had to deal with. So it's very easy to see how your hamstring can go. I wonder if this game could do with a little bit of silky ilky in the second half. Jack Grealish and Ilkay Gundogan, I think, are two players I'd be having a really good look at, potentially to come on with 30 minutes or so of the game. I feel a bit sorry for Foden because he's not really had the service on the left-hand side as well as what Mahrez has on the right. But Foden's not needed to drop deeper because Cancelo's been filling in that spot pretty well. But we'll see. City closing in on half-time, and United have gathered up a bit of momentum. And we've seen City do this before against United at Old Trafford. Score right on half-time and just change that game plan and change that team talk. Because right now, I think United would probably be the happier of the teams. Even though they've missed some good opportunities, they'll feel pretty confident they could go out there and nick this game in the second half, whereas City haven't really looked like making much happen. I wonder if it's going to take a special free kick or a special goal from distance or something for City to break that deadlock. Bernardo goes down. It looked like a free kick. I didn't see any advantage played. And certainly no advantage there. I'd rather have had a free kick on the edge of the penalty area rather than working the ball hopelessly onto the left-hand side. But I don't think any advantage was played, so obviously the referee deemed that not a free kick. Here is Rodri then to Manuel Akanji. Marcus Rashford's game's done. He's limping around. He's not running. He's no longer. He's not very springy. He's not running around. He's walking. He's not walking comfortably. De Bruyne receives the ball off Cancelo. De Bruyne's ball dealt with well by Manchester United. Here's Rodri now. Walker's already bombed forward, so he can't use him. Mahrez shows good feet. He goes down and wants a free kick, and referee says no free kick. It looked like Mahrez, if it wasn't a free kick, it looked like he'd put his hands around the ball. Should that not have been... it's gone out of play for a throw-in for City. Should that not have been a free kick for United for handball? I don't know. Anyway, 28 likes to go. So 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Links and details there in the live chat and also in the description. So City throw-in. We're into just 1 minute of added on time. Long ball gets played over to Ederson. So you would think, unless City give the ball away, that if there is to be one final opportunity... it would go to Manchester City. Now, interesting question. Thank you very much for Jag Roshan for tuning in. What's happening to City's attacks? Well, City just aren't connecting with their passes. Very few touches in the attacking third, and they're not really connecting with the passes. A good disguised pass that from Cancelo into Rodri. He has to slow the ball down. He gives it to Kyle Walker, who centralises himself. Have a shot, Kyle. He does. Oh, it's just wide. Worthwhile just having a shot there from Kyle Walker. And probably City's best opportunity of the game, and Walker's not far away. I think David De Gea had all his angles covered there. It takes something special to score from there, but Kyle Walker isn't far away. The United fan in the background probably sums it up best. Turns his head, closes his eyes, and just goes, oof. But yeah, it's another game. City have gone a full 90 minutes against Southampton without having a shot on target, and we've just gone a full half of football against United again without having a shot on target as the half-time whistle does go. So it is half-time here at Old Trafford, and it does remain Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0. Both sides still well and truly in this game. Wondering if Rashford is going to come out for the second half. Looked like he just had a hamstring injury towards the end of the first half. City have not really connected in the final third with their passes and their touches, and it's not really connected too well. They found no way of getting Erling Haaland involved. Haaland's only had one shot there in the first half, which was a blocked opportunity. Kyle Walker just went close with a 35-yard attempted rocket, but other than that from City, not much. Manchester United, 3 good opportunities. Bruno Fernandes went close. Bernardo Silva gave the ball away. Eriksen plays in Fernandes on the right-hand side, goes across goal, never looks up and put it wide. And then the 2 best opportunities of the game so far, both to Marcus Rashford. Ball gets played over the top. Marcus Rashford's got freedom and space, knocks the ball on. Ederson's in no man's land. He ends up sprinting out to go and confront Marcus Rashford like he's a defender, not realising that he's the goalkeeper. Rashford just sidesteps him. I had a momentary open goal. Rashford, by the time he's composed himself, has saw 2 City players get back, and Kyle Walker made a very good block on the line in an unconvincing effort from Marcus Rashford. And then Ederson learns his lessons, decides not to confront Rashford a couple of minutes later, lets him have the one-on-one, under pressure from Rodri, a little nudge from Rodri, just as Rashford had steadied himself to compose himself, which he never did in the first effort, is just enough to put Rashford off balance, gets his toe end onto the ball, not enough to dink it over Ederson, and he makes a good save. But definitely I feel like although City have dominated the possession and passing stats, United have created the more clear-cut opportunities. Neither side, though, have created clear-cut opportunities too much in this game. Neither side looking as fluent as what they normally do. This is going to be a close one, and definitely I feel going to be decided by a goal. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up finishing 0-0 from what we've seen. But the one thing I will say that City have been much improved on defensively, looking very good. Cancelo, Walker, Akanji, Ake, all having very good games and caused me very little concern in the first half. So that, spot on. Just need to sort it out in the build-up play into attack. Like I said, Gundogan, I'd be looking towards maybe even Alvarez on the wings or something. Jack Grealish, another player I'd definitely be looking at to see if that works. Seamus says perhaps going 2 up top could work well for Manchester City and have Alvarez and Haaland feeding off each other. It is something we could see, a 4-4-2 from Manchester City, potentially. Have Rodri in support with Bernardo Silva and maybe move De Bruyne onto the left-hand side and Mahrez onto the right and bring Foden off and Alvarez on and go with a front 2 possibly. We'll have to wait and see. But as Yusuf says, 0-0. Is that your score prediction for full time then, 0-0? We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. So we're going to go through the stats for this game, which are provided to you by OneFootball, today's video sponsor. Links and details in the live chat and in the description. Go and check them out. So possession stats, 68% possession for Manchester City, 32% possession for Manchester United. In terms of duels won, 46% for United and 54% for Manchester City. Aerial duels, 40% for United and 60% for Manchester City. 3 offsides for United, 2 for City, 1 corner for City and none for Manchester United. In terms of attacking stats, though, no goals apiece, the most important stat. United with 4 opportunities, 4 shots, 2 on target, 2 saves for Ederson to make. 2 shots for Manchester City in the first half, none on target. We've now gone 3 halves of football without having a shot on target, and I'd be lying if I said it doesn't concern me. It does. No shots on target against Southampton for the first time in 4 years, and we've just gone a half of football here without having a shot on target as well. It does concern me, particularly when we've got one of, if not the best striker in the world. We're not giving him the service that he needs, and they need to find a way of breaking open this stubborn Manchester United defence. 4 shots inside the box for United, none outside the box. Have just been creating them opportunities, and City's defence and keeper have been as a match so far for United. Shots inside the box, 1 for City and 1 outside the box. Kyle Walker going very close at the end of the half in what's probably been Man City's best opportunity of the game so far. So interestingly, City had more possession. In terms of defensive stats, 3 tackles apiece from City and United. United. United completing 2 of the 3 at 66.6%. City with 33.3%, obviously winning 1 of their 3 tackled. 7 clearances for United, 2 for Manchester City, but City have had more interceptions, so pretty close defensive stats there. No interceptions for United and 1 for Manchester City. In terms of distribution, being dominated by City, as you'd expect, with City having 68% of the ball. United with 168 passes at a pass completion rate of 77%, and Erik Ten Hag, I'd be expecting United to be at the very, very least at 85%. So not linking up too well, but not how they normally play, but they play in Manchester City. And I think United probably, if it does end up finishing 0-0, won't be too disappointed with that. A point against Manchester City is a point against Manchester City. If they have a go and limit Man City to very little and have City still scratching their head at full time, I think they'd consider that a success. I don't think United are good enough to be winning the Premier League. They'll want to finish in the top 4, and the way they finish in the top 4 is making sure that the teams around you're picking up points against them, and getting a point against City after losing at the Etihad 6-3 and being outplayed in that first half. I think we'll feel that it is a pretty even game, and slightly United, I could argue, have been the better side as well. City with 357 passes at a pass completion rate of just shy of 91%, so not too problematic there. My problem lies with our work in the final third. It's just not really been working for Manchester City. In terms of crosses, 1 cross for United, 6 for City. Neither side connecting with any of their crosses, so nothing of quality being put into the box as of yet. Now, in terms of discipline, 5 fouls conceded for United, 2 for Manchester City. No yellow cards apiece. If I had to give my prediction for a first yellow card, Malacia looks over enthusiastic. But other than that, 0-0 at half-time. Do let me know your thoughts in the live chat. What's your half-time thoughts? There we go. Rightio then. So thank you everybody for tuning in so far. It is much appreciated. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the live chat, and we'll have a bit of interaction during half time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget TikTok link in the description too if you want to go and follow me on there. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. We're very close now to 100 likes. We're nearly on 80 likes. We're just 24 likes away from 100 likes, so if we can make some progress towards that during half time, that would be absolutely brilliant. So do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Also, do not forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the live chat. As Seamus says, the biggest stat is Rashford going off. Rashford hasn't gone off yet. He's still on the pitch. I don't know if he's going to see the second half. We'll wait and see. I can't see any players warming up as of yet to see if they're going to come on in the second half. You'd think if it is Rashford coming off, it'd be Anthony, who did score at the Etihad, coming on, so we'll see. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by OneFootball. Links and details there in the description. I've got my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you guys right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much there to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Go and check them out. Links and details there in the description and in the live chat. As we're now just 19 likes away. So thank you everybody for leaving a thumbs up so far. Don't forget, do leave a thumbs up. So we do have some halftime entertainment once more brought to you by my partner channel, Mixed Links and details. Go and check them out there in the description. Go and like and subscribe over there. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. And this is Mixed bringing you the weekend martini. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. And today's cocktail, guys, is the weekend martini. I had this in the Blackpool Beach House and it's stuck in my memory ever since. This is the ingredients and I think this is close as what I can get to it, and I can't wait to show you guys my creation of the weekend martini. So to make the weekend martini, guys, let's get straight into this. So what we're going to do is do a dry shake first. So get your cocktail shaker and add the ingredients. First ingredient to the shaker, guys, is 60ml or 2 ounces of lemon gin. You can use a lemon and lime gin if you wish, if you've got it. Next, 30ml or 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice. Next, 25ml, which is just over 3/4 of an ounce of apricot liqueur. That's what makes this drink. Next, 20ml or 0.7 ounce of limoncello. Last but not least, 50ml or half an ounce of simple or sugar syrup. Last ingredient, you can put in egg whites, but I'm using Better Bitter's Miraculous Foamer. I prefer this because it doesn't have that horrible smell with the egg whites, and it's just as good, as you will see why. So we've got to add 1 pipette, so give it a squeeze. There we go. Now shake it for 8 to 10 seconds, give it a nice foam, and then add the ice afterwards. So this is the dry shake. So take the lid off and add the ice. Put your lid back on and now give it a hard shake, 8 to 10 seconds to get nice and chilled again. So get a coupe glass and strain into it. So the reason we do a double shake is to give it a nice foamy head, as you'll see. So what I'll do is give you a nice close-up shot of what it looks like now. It's turned out absolutely beautiful. That, guys, is the weekend martini. The final thing to do now is to garnish it with a piece of thyme. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the weekend martini is an absolute beautiful drink. I really recommend it, as I will taste it, as I will give you my thoughts. Doesn't it look absolutely beautiful, the weekend martini? As I recall, when I had it at Blackpool, it's a nice sweet gin cocktail, and it's just the flavours that taste, the most flavours that you get out of it is the apricot liqueurs. It really makes this drink a nice little bit of simple, nice balance to it, just a nice little sweet taste. With a simple sugar syrup, that's my little addition to it, along with the limoncello, just to make it stand out even more. It tastes like heaven, it's absolutely beautiful. If it's not quite the same recipe, it's near enough there, and it's absolutely banging. With your gin cocktails, normally sour with your gin, because it's quite a sour spirit, the gin. But with the apricot liqueur in it, it just gives it that nice fruity, beautiful taste with it, the apricot. Like, really brings out the sweetness of this drink. It's an absolutely beautiful cocktail. A nice garnish with the thyme. But with the nice garnish, just a beautifully decorated drink, and the taste is absolutely beautiful. It's just unique. It's a nice, beautiful taste. I can't say it enough. It's close to 9. If I had to give it a score, I think I'd give it 9.5 out of 10. Never Jason loving this in Blackpool, and it's like, it just really stands out. It's absolutely beautiful. It's an absolutely beautifully crafted cocktail, and it's just beautiful. I would have again if I ever go back to Blackpool Beach House. It's just absolutely fantastic. This is as close as what I can get to it. But that is my recipe. I really recommend it. The Weekend Martini is a must try. I really recommend you have this cocktail. It is beautiful. As that, guys, is my recipe for this cocktail. Let me know if you ever do make this drink. Let me know your thoughts, as I really want to hear from you if you do make this, as it's really recommend it. But that, guys, is the Weekend Martini, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mix It for more cocktails like this as well on the road to 2K, as I will see you guys for my next cocktail video. Cheers. Tastes like the weekend. Beautiful.
Thank you very much there to Mixid for providing today's halftime entertainment. Go and check him out. Links and details there in the description. So we do have kickoff here for the second half, and we have seen Manchester United make a change, and we have seen Anthony come on. However, you're all expecting me to say Marcus Rashford, and it's not Marcus Rashford that has come off, which is the surprise. He's come back on for the second half, so he obviously deemed fit and good to go and feels okay. So his hamstring injury can't be too bad. And Anthony has instead come on for Anthony Martial. He was rumoured not to be fit for this game. We know Donny Van De Beek is out injured. And he's out for the season. So Anthony Martial was the other player that had a potential bit of doubt on his featuring in this game, along with Diogo Dalot. And so Anthony Martial obviously not too involved in the first half. He goes off, and Anthony does come on for Manchester United. So first minute, we see David De Gea give the ball away, and City not make anything of that in the attacking third sense, and that's looked like a good disguised interception from Anthony, who looks like he's leading the Manchester United line, but I think he's offside is the decision there. It was a lovely disguised, I mean, it's very close, that. Lovely drop of the shoulder from Anthony on Nathan Ake did him there, and he had space, and the flag goes up, thankfully for us and Manchester City there. But yeah, we've not seen any opportunities created as of yet. As we're now 47 minutes into the game, and we're still yet to see Man City have a shot on target. So my question now, let's have a guessing game. When's the first shot on target coming? We'll see. We will see. Matty, I like that one. January 21st, Liverpool versus Chelsea, El Shitico. I like it. I do, I like it. Here's Bernardo in space. Have a shot. He does, it's blocked, and into the hands of David De Gea. There we go. It's now just 14 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that would be great. So sub 2 going for the 69th minute, when we'll see Man City finally have a shot on target. I think it's coming. I'm going to go 50th minute. Why not? Dan going 50 quid. Nathan Ake, score first. Corner, I presume, and a header put in, or a set piece. Definitely got to be one of them. Dale. I thought he was done there, Rashford, with his hamstring injury, but obviously not. So we'll have to wait and see. So here's Ederson for Manchester City now, as we're now just 14 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. And do press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor One Football, links and details in the live chat and also in the description. So Kyle Walker's centralising himself in a bit of a change for Man City. He looks like he's supporting Rodri more. He goes over to the right-hand side now. And Dan, I do agree. We've not played well against Southampton. We've not played brilliant here. We've looked defensively better here. Offensively, still a little bit far away, and hoping to see City have an attacking game and have a real good pop at United, but not to be as of yet. Here is Riyad Mahrez then. We're in the 50th minute, so a good time for City to have that first shot on target that I predicted. Here's Mahrez. Sells Rodri short, and he just about finds the pass to Manuel Akanji. Gives it back to Rodri, and he'll find Ake in space. Here's Cancelo, still on the left for City at the mo. Gives it to Rodrigo. Cancelo once more. City just working it backwards, trying to be patient. As my 50th minute prediction is out of the windows. We're into the 51st minute now. Any more guesses for what time will City have their first shot on target? If they end up having a shot on target, which surely we can't go 2 games in a row without having a shot on target. That'd be really dire. Here's Manuel Akanji then to Riyad Mahrez. Haaland now. City look confident and comfortable in possession. They're just not creating anything has been the problem. If it was creating, I'd say we've played fine. But we haven't. And United haven't been clinical and not punished when they've been presented the opportunities. And City will always present opportunities, always. Wan-Bissaka, hold firm, good defending. United can get it clear. And Anthony set into a foot race with Nathan Ake. And Ake holds firm and defends well and gets the ball. Good defending Nathan Ake. And a free kick given. What? That's awful refereeing from Stuart Atwell. Nathan Ake got hold of the ball. Commentator spot on. There's just not enough in that for the free kick to be given. It's a good hard challenge. Why on earth is that a free kick? That is a horrific decision. Anthony, absolutely fine. That is an awful decision. I'm going to be pissed if United score off this. Again, you get a bit of inconsistency with VAR. Because United score if this VAR won't have a look. They'll just have a look at the goal rather than the build-up and the free kick being given. Because that wasn't a free kick. Awful decision. And United go down. They want a penalty. It's a good save. I think the offside flag gone up. Good save that from Ederson. And I think they've... I mean, they don't even have to look at if it's a penalty or not, because he's bloody offside. So it's redundant. He could 2-foot him if he wants to. And there's very little in that, and the initial contact came outside the penalty area, so it would have been a free kick. Should really have scored there, Casemiro. Offside anyway. So no danger in the end for City, just a referee showing up his horrific standard of officiating, of being a poor quality referee. Let's not forget Stuart Atwell, the same referee that awarded a goal in a Reading game in the Championship many, many years back, that went out for a goal kick and thought it went over the line goal. And that's a good ball from De Bruyne, heads it across the... Foden doesn't go down. He does eventually. No penalty given against Foden for Foden there. Foden can't believe it. That was good play from Manchester City there. Walker goes back to Ederson. Bernardo got in a good position there and just headed it back across goal and dealt with in the end by United. And that'll be a free kick to City. So City wanted a penalty. There was a lot happening there. So a good ball in from Mahrez. Well kept in by De Bruyne. It was a good ball early from Kevin De Bruyne to Bernardo Silva. In space. Why he didn't head towards goal, I don't know. Headed it back to Foden. Haaland too strong for Casemiro. He gets shoved there, Foden, by Luke Shaw. He then goes down under the challenge of Casemiro's leg. And that's what he wanted the penalty for. But I presume VAR's not had a look at that one because play's resumed. So would have been a bit of a weak penalty, to be honest. I'd have been pretty annoyed if it was at the other end and it got overruled. But again, because there's contact, if the referee gave a penalty, VAR wouldn't have overturned it. And it was very weak. Anyway, game's starting to open up at last, and Cancelo's having a pop. He bursts forward. Advantage City. Gets his shirt pulled by Ederson. Poor pass from De Bruyne. Cut off well by Malacia. Better from Manchester City. Starting to come forward with a bit of intent. Here's Akanji. United camped in their own half. United looking a bit tired at the moment. Anthony's got a bit of energy. He's just come on, as you'd expect, but everyone else looking a bit tired for United at the mo. Here is Foden, starting to get involved more in the game. Cancelo gives it to Ake. I'm wondering how long it's going to be before City look towards the bench. Let's not forget, City can make 5 changes in this game if they want to. Kyle Walker now on the right-hand side. Gives it back to Manuel Akanji. City had 90% of the ball in the last 5 minutes. Here is Kyle Walker now to Riyad Mahrez. Gives it to Rodri. He pings it to the left. Received by Bernardo Silva. Gives it to Foden. Here is Cancelo now. Oh, he does well. Bypasses the challenge of Fernandes. Through the legs. Into the penalty area. Goes down. Referee! City fuming. Mahrez wanted a pen. Haaland wanted a pen. Cancelo. Decent play from Joao Cancelo. Here is Ederson. Goes early with his ball forward. And that is cut off well by Kyle Walker. Mahrez. That was beautiful work from Cancelo. No penalty given. I like that from the commentators. They think it's a penalty and said referee too scared to make a decision. He wants VAR to make the decision instead. And Walker goes across and corner given to Manchester City. Much better from City. I think City have a stronger case for a penalty with this Cancelo one than the Foden one. And there was a little bit of contact on the Foden one. He poked it through the legs of Casemiro. Casemiro goes through the back of Cancelo. Let's have a look. So he gets his legs wrapped between Cancelo's right foot and Cancelo goes down. It's clumsy, in my opinion, from Casemiro. Good work, though, from Cancelo. We do see the first change from City. Phil Foden comes off. He looked better in the first 10 minutes of the second half. But it's Jack Grealish that comes on for City. I said this game was crying out for Jack Grealish. He wins free kicks and buys in fouls all the time. Corner here for City. City choose to pass it. De Bruyne back to Mahrez. Mahrez goes deep. Back post. Akanji flicks it back across. That was great defending from Varane. Cancelo heads it in. Headed clear by Luke Shaw. Anthony gets his foot onto it. Better from Manchester City. Still we await City having an actual shot on target though. Here is Cancelo. Gives it to Bernardo Silva. City now knocking on the door. They're looking much better. Jack Grealish. Up against Ederson. Cuts inside. Got Rodri for support. Draws in Casemiro. Rodri pings it out to the right. Mahrez gets a good touch. Malacia goes to try and intercept. De Bruyne can't find the ball. Mahrez will mop that up and that'll be a yellow card there for Bruno Fernandes. Trips up Riyad Mahrez. If he ends up getting away with that, it's late. It's not a very good challenge. City not quite being there. I think he's escaped not having a yellow card, which is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Referee's been poor. Really poor. I get in the first half, in the first few minutes, you want to let the game flow. It's a derby. You don't want to give yellow cards and everything. But we're now nearly an hour into the match. And, yeah, late challenges just a free kick. To me, it's a yellow card every day of the week there for Fernandes. Referee bottled it. It's bottled a couple of pens as well. Happy for VAR to make the decision rather than him. Weak referee, in my opinion. Here is Cancelo. He's involved a lot now, Cancelo. Having a good game. Tries to thread one through to Bernardo. Cut off by United and cut off well. Just a long, hopeful ball played forward. Rashford. United, I've not seen Rashford touch the ball for 13 minutes now. Good work this from Manchester City. Right, we're just 11 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Haaland's got the ball and referee's decided to give a free kick now to City when we don't want it. There we go. Stuart Atwell. Ugh, man. I don't think anyone can stand Bruno Fernandes. I think United fans just put up with him. An overhyped, overrated player. Here's Mahrez. Gives it to Walker. Squared across. Walker goes down. He wants a penalty. Referee's not giving anything. I'd stop looking for these pens. This is how we're looking for our shots on target. We get a pen. Though in City, we'd probably put it bloody wide. Right, we're 11 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that, much appreciated. Here's De Bruyne. Squared across. Back post. Oh, here we go. Jackie G with the goal. It's Mr. Pretty Boy himself in front of the City fans. City leading the derby. Jack Grealish. Yes. Get in. Finally the shot on target. It comes on the hour mark. Cometh the hour. Cometh Jack Grealish and he just nods it in. And finally, City have that shot on target. Finally, City have the goal that they've been looking for. And City leading the derby. And it's Jack Grealish with the goal. Patience works like a virtue for Manchester City. Jack Grealish takes it off the head of Haaland because Grealish is in the right place at the right time to nod it in. The £100 million player. To give City the lead at Old Trafford in the derby. We might have paid £100 million, but scoring that goal, if it wins City the game, it's priceless. Priceless. Get in. Beautiful work from Jackie G. Pep Guardiola clenches his fist. De Bruyne ball in. Top quality. And Manchester City lead. "29 minutes then. United need a response. City have been much, much better in this second half. Alex Ferguson looks on with a miserable face. What City need to do now? Learn the lesson from that match against Everton. Push on. Get that killer second goal. Get that killer second goal. I think this game's done. And it's City in fine voice. United need to respond. Here's Bernardo then. Works it to Nathan Ake. Ederson. Here's Walker. Akanji. I think commentators just said it's United's first goal they've conceded since before the World Cup. And it's Jack Grealish. And Haaland's got to be stronger there. Mahrez wins the header. De Bruyne will take the touch. He's got Haaland. Good tackle that. Was that Malacia, I think it was. That's offside, surely. No? Flag doesn't go up. Ball gets whipped across and there's Kyle Walker to intercept. Good work. Rightio, 11 likes from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Links and details in the description. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this live watch along. Much appreciated. Here is Akanji. City singing, City tearing Cockneys apart again. Here is Mahrez. I think City would have preferred to have had a free kick in that good area there to whip a ball in rather than play on, but there we go. It's Grealish with the opening goal for City. City lead by 1-0. And it's important now City try and work hard to keep hold of this. Here is Rodrigo, looking for a bit of encouragement from the City players. Gives it to Jack Grealish, the goal scorer and substitute for Manchester City today, centralising himself. He wants a run. He has a run and brought down. Eriksen, another foul. Come on, referee. Where's the yellow card? Oh, there we go. A yellow card at last. There we go. Yeah, City just need to keep pushing. Get the next goal. That's what they need to do. Ball gets played into space. Rodri's going to mop that one up. And Ederson will collect the ball instead. He goes to Nathan Ake. Here's Rodri. There's space out on the right-hand side. If he can find Walker or Mahrez. Finds Mahrez. Like he were brought down and free kick given to Manchester City. Mahrez gone down. He's hurt his back. Malacia it is. With the foul on Riyad Mahrez. Ooh, a nasty landing right at the bottom of his back for Mahrez there. A nasty landing, that one. It was a beautiful Kevin De Bruyne assist. Beautiful ball in. Brilliant header from Grealish. Good goal for Manchester City. What does it mean for my bet, mate? That's the big question here. How are we getting on? Let's have a look. Currently on 27.5 points. Not having De Bruyne in my team looks pretty costly. But Ederson, Walker, Ake will get me good points. If we can get a Mahrez or a Haaland goal, will be good. It looks like. Here is Casemiro and Wan-Bissaka's finally come forward for the first time. Here's Eriksen. United slightly rushing themselves, but they've pushed everyone forward now. Here is Malacia. Surely a cross coming in. No, gives it to Rashford. Up against Kyle Walker. Gives it to Bruno Fernandes. Worked to Fred. Here is Wan-Bissaka. He might have a shot. He does, and it's blocked. And out for a corner to Manchester United. And a bit of defending for City to do. Wan-Bissaka it was with a shot. A good block that from Nathan Ake. A needed block. And out for a corner to United. United's first corner of the game. Casemiro forward. Varane forward. Eriksen to take. Eriksen then to put a ball into the box. No, he's going to pass it and work it instead. Luke Shaw it is that puts it in, and Erling Haaland wins a really good header there for City, and Bernardo Silva puts the initial press on, and United ping another ball forward to Christian Eriksen. He's going to do well to keep that in, and off balance, he can't keep it in. And goal kick Manchester City. Danger averted there for City. Here's Ederson then. Gives it to Nathan Ake. Alex asks, why do I think we've not looked as good? This five at the back can work, and it can work against certain teams. Worked beautifully against Chelsea for 2 games. I think it just suits against some teams and not others, and you think you just got to pick and choose and identify when it'll work and when it won't. And if it's not working, you need to identify why that is, and also don't be scared to change things up. And I think that was the big problem against Southampton. There were changes that were being made were pretty much like for like, and just hoping that rather than it being a formation problem, it was down to player motivation and player sharpness and a bit of fatigue in there for some of the rotated players having already played against Chelsea a few days before. But overall, I think it just restricts City with some of their play, and some of our more creative players, including like Cancelo. I just don't think the system really suits him too well, and Cancelo is one of our most creative players that we've got. Here's Jack Grealish bursting forward for Manchester City. Has the ball taken away from him. Still got it on the left-hand side. He needs a bit of support here, and Cancelo... Why is Cancelo not supporting him? Jack Grealish does really well there. Yeah, they got in the way of each other. Jack Grealish apologised for taking the ball off Cancelo there and getting in each other's way, but that's not an excuse for Cancelo to throw a bit of a sulk and not get into a position to receive the ball there. Jack Grealish did really well to get Manchester City a throw-in. Erling Haaland up against Varane, and it's going to be given away, and De Bruyne nicked that off the feet of... off Wan-Bissaka, and thankfully for United, they'll be happy that it went straight into the arms of David De Gea. Raphael Varane done a pretty good job on Erling Haaland today. And I think Erling Haaland is not having a bit of a rut because he just keeps poking in with goals every now and then. Another poor ball from David De Gea. His distribution hasn't been very good today, David De Gea, I don't think. A bit of a push in the back there on Rodri from Fred, a free kick given. As we're now 9 likes, everybody, away from 100 likes. Only help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're in the nervous 90s now. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Links and details there in the description and also in the live chat. So next up for Manchester City, it's Tottenham midweek, followed by a match against Wolves. And then we have 5 days off before a match on Friday night against Arsenal. And I think City have a week off from there then. A luxurious week off for Manchester City. Here is Rodri. Gives it to Jack Grealish, because I don't think we'll play again after Arsenal until we play Tottenham away. Here's Cancelo. And City will have all their games in hand sorted too. And because we're not in League Cup action for the semi-final, we're not going to be playing, so City can have a little bit of a break between Arsenal and Tottenham. So no reason why City can't be having full-strength teams out for the match against Spurs, the match against Wolves, the match against Arsenal, really. In the Cup, I'd be having full strength out and use it as good practice for the Premier League. If there's any lessons to be learned, here's Riyad Mahrez goes down. That'll be another free kick to Manchester City. United getting frustrated now. City getting a bit unhappy that challenges aren't getting punished, really. There's Luke Shaw with a push in the back on Riyad Mahrez. So Christian Eriksen comes off, and it's Garnacho that comes on for Manchester United. Young lad, 49 on the back of his shirt. What can he do for the last 19 minutes? Can he get United back into this game? Dale thinking he's going to do the Arsenal game. Things you love to hear. I'll see you tomorrow, Dale, anyway, so we'll speak further about it then. I think as City are now out of the League Cup, I think they'll go full strength against Arsenal. And they'll use it as good practice for a build-up to our game on February 15th, I think it is. We've got Arsenal away. Get some inside information on Arsenal and how they're playing and the form that they're in. Arsenal not got Carabao Cup action either. Probably, you'd think, want to go full strength as well. Oh, Dale forgot. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Here's Cancelo. Plays it into Grealish. Not the greatest pass from Cancelo. And it's not linking up too well, Cancelo and Grealish on that left-hand side. And started off with Grealish taking the ball off Cancelo. Cancelo gives him a poor pass. They're both shrugging at each other going, well, there you go. And United getting a throw in. This game going a bit passive at the moment. Continue to keep the intensity there. Defensively, been a match for United so far, but United have had opportunities. I think they'll be able to create at least another couple of good ones. So this game far from done, far from over. By no stretch of the imagination. City pressing Man United. Garnacho now gives it to Malacia. Goes long. Straight to Akanji. He's going to go back to Ederson. He's going to be put under pressure from Rashford. Ederson sends it long, but it's not very good. And De Bruyne nicks that off the foot of Bruno Fernandes. And Anthony, not really doing much since coming on at the Mo. Went down under a challenge from Rodri. Ball comes in from Fernandes to Garnacho on the left-hand side. He's got Walker. Needs to put his arms down, Kyle Walker. What's he doing there? Cross comes in. Not a very good one. And Cancelo. Defensively, been pretty strong for City so far. Cancelo just gets that away for City. De Bruyne tackled, though, by Luke Shaw. And Malacia gets given a bit of freedom on the left. Here's Garnacho now up against Kyle Walker. Ball comes in from Luke Shaw. It's a good ball in and headed clear by Joao Cancelo once more. Could Joao Cancelo gets a good head onto that? Could he have been smarter? Foot came in. Could he not just win the header and put himself on the ground? Because I think he'd have got a free kick there. Not that I'm encouraging the dark arts or anything, but, 15 minutes left in the derby. We're 1-0 up. If you can get yourself a free kick, go and get it. De Bruyne miscontrols it twice and gets a free kick. He's pretty lucky to get a free kick there, in my opinion. But he has got an assist for City. Alex, I think you're right there with Cancelo. He's had a better game. He's not had a bad game at all for City. He just looked like he's wanted to make lots of. I think he's been told by City, create and make things happen. You want to start for City, create and make things happen. And so that's what he's been trying to do at any given opportunity, rather than doing what's best for the team. There's a throw-in given to United there. Grealish furious. Bit of fan pressure there for the referee and the officials. Because referee had no idea who that was a free throw-in to. Had to look to his linesman. His linesman's about 40 yards away. Listens to the fans instead. Grealish insisting that was a throw-in for City. I'd like to see another replay of that because I think Jack Grealish might just be spot on. But Grealish wins the ball back for City. Cancelo on the ground. Stays down and Grealish does well and gets a throw-in. I'm surprised Grealish hasn't... Oh no, he's shouting at the referee. I was going to say I thought Grealish might have just given a sarcastic applause to the referee for giving the throw-in that time. He shouts so he's sure at him instead. I like Jack. At the moment, he's the man with the goal for Manchester City. A poor throw-in from City. United gather that up and get it clear. Ake puts pressure onto Rashford. He finds the flick. United play it forward here. Here's Garnacho. He's got Kyle Walker for pace to do, and Akanji's going to win that instead. And he's brought down by Garnacho, and that'll be a free kick to Manchester City. Rashford not happy. Felt like he should have had a free kick from Rodri there. Gets away with that, Rodri. It was a free kick on Rashford. He's pulling his shirt. Problem is, it's off the ball, and just as that was happening, Man United lose hold of the ball. If United kept hold of the ball, they probably could have had a free kick, or Rashford could have had a tap-in. Lucky from City, and Ake pressed, and City get themselves a throw-in. A goal kick. Marcus Rashford looking a little bit more motivated, trying to make something happen. City could do with a second goal. I can see Old Trafford emptying and seeing a lot of empty red seats. Should City find a goal. Another one, which I think will kill this game off. As we're now 8 likes away from 100 likes. Let's get them likes, or let's get to 100 likes. Let's make it the first live stream after the World Cup to reach 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. And don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Links and details in the description. Now 7 likes to go. We're on that countdown. 7 likes to go. City win the ball back. De Bruyne tries to play in Haaland. He can't. And David De Gea will intercept instead. And we've had one shot on target. But City have still looked pretty disjointed in attack. Not really made it look that well. And Cancelo for the first time makes a mistake. He steps forward. I think Rashford's offside here. United equalise. I think the flag's going to go up. Bruno Fernandes is furious. United have equalised, but the flag goes up. So they're saying that he didn't touch the ball, so he shouldn't be offside. The linesman's told him to go away. The flag's gone up. Offside's the decision. But the ball's threaded through to Rashford. The ball's played to Marcus Rashford. And he is offside. If Marcus Rashford doesn't play that ball, Man City deal with the ball, and that's the fact. Rashford didn't touch the ball, but as the commentator says there, he's interfering with play. He's having a word with the linesman. The problem is, he's interfering with play. So they're discussing the rules. I think it's offside. He's given the goal. And now VAR, in my opinion, VAR need to have a look at that because that is offside. Marcus Rashford is in an offside position and the ball played to Marcus Rashford. City are furious. I think VAR might get involved here. Bruno Fernandes it is with the equaliser. The problem is, if Marcus Rashford doesn't, he makes the run. If he doesn't make the run, then he's not deemed himself in action with the play, but he makes the run. This should not stand. City are furious. And rightfully so. Rightfully so, they're furious. He's offside. The ball gets threaded through. Rashford runs after the ball. If Rashford isn't there, Akanji clears the ball. If Rashford isn't there, Akanji goes to the ball and he's interfering with play. How has this goal been allowed to stand? It is intended for Rashford. He's interfering with play because he's taking the ball away from Manchester City. How are VAR not having a look at this? I don't understand. I don't understand how that goal is allowed to stand. Rashford is in an offside position. Rashford runs after the ball and takes the ball away from Manchester City. Old Trafford are jubilant. I'm fucking furious. The goal's given. How VAR can't deem that not offside is absolutely beyond me. I am absolutely fucking fuming. Akanji clears that ball. That is one of the biggest bullshit goals I have ever seen in my life. That should not have stood. At all. The offside flag even goes up against it. It is... I can't believe that. I'm absolutely furious. This should give City the absolute rocket to want to go on and go and win this game. Because if I'm a City player, I'd be fuming. I'm a fan. I'm just watching this. I'm furious. I am absolutely furious. I'm that angry, I'm not changing the scoreline because that goal should not stand. Ball gets played in for United. City need to pay attention here rather than just working themselves up. Garnacho puts a ball across. Not a very good one. Dealt with by City. Goes left footed. Goal! Rashford scores! Again, he looks offside. What the fuck's going on? I'm absolutely fuming. One bullshit goal given, City go to sleep and they're punished again. I am fuming. I think he's onside in the build-up there, Garnacho. It's the second ball across. And Rashford's onside, it's a goal. And the goal will stand. So that's a perfectly legit goal. I'm not classifying the other one. I've refused to accept that the other one's a goal. That's a goal. City just go to sleep. They've absolutely self-imploded Manchester City. I'm absolutely fuming. I'm absolutely fucking furious. What's happened there? Ball gets played over to De Bruyne. Dealt with by United. City need to find and do something. Dealt with well by Kyle Walker. Here's Bernardo. Akanji gives it to Rodri. City need to work their way back into this game. There's still plenty of time to go. I think City, much like me, too busy thinking about that first goal. Bruno Fernandes gets told by Varane, stay on the ground. Waste some time. City defenders are just too slow to deal with that. And why is Nathan Ake playing at right back in the situation with Marcus Rashford's beyond me? Fucking right, it says 1-1. I don't count that goal that was offside as a goal. I'm not putting it in because I don't accept that it's a goal. The goal should not have stood. It was offside. I believe that that's not the correct decision that was made. I don't accept that as a goal. I don't think that is a legit goal. Ball gets played over to De Bruyne. Heavy, heavy pass. Grealish will take the touch. Finds Bernardo. United have gone to sleep momentarily here. Cross comes in towards Haaland. Dealt with. Mahrez gives it to Cancelo. Here's Rodri. De Bruyne goes across. Haaland goes down. Penalty. Come on, ref. Give us something. Fucking hell. Here's Bernardo. Turns. Gets a cross in. Headed clear. Only as far as Jack Grealish. Here's Cancelo. Cross comes in again. Haaland. Over the top of the crossbar. Haaland now indicating he thinks it's a penalty. Let's have a look. It's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. No, not a penalty, that one, for me. I think Joao Cancelo's one earlier in the game's more of a penalty than that one. Haaland just gets his connection wrong and... Yeah, no, not for me. Akanji deals with that. Rodri now. Here's Ederson. Gives it to Nathan Ake. Bernardo brought down. Referee says advantage City. Here's Jack Grealish. He goes forward, skips past one challenge. Goes past the second, and that'll be a free kick. Yellow card given to Fred. A cynical foul on Grealish. Plenty of time still left. Might only be 2.5 minutes of normal time. I suspect we're probably going to see, with all the stoppages and everything, at least 4 or 5 minutes added on, and more time being wasted by United. Casemiro's gone down this time. I didn't catch that. Fuck off, Siri. mean, I can see, I know exactly what Man City are going to do here for the final few moments of the game. They're going to get into positions, put balls in, and every little knock, every little chance to go down for a penalty is what they'll be looking for, to try and even it out for that BS of a goal that's been awarded. So De Bruyne to whip a ball in. I don't think the drama's done yet in this game. De Bruyne goes short towards Kyle Walker. De Bruyne once more. Gets half a yard. Blocked. Only as far as Walker once more. He puts the cross in. Dealt with it at the near post. Out for a throw-in to Manchester City. 30 seconds plus whatever's to be added on. And I suspect quite a bit's going to be added on. Here's Kyle Walker. Throw-in comes in. Flicked on. Garnacho gets it clear. Akanji wins the header. Riyad Mahrez flicks it on. De Bruyne chucks himself to the ground. City get a throw-in. Should have been a fucking free kick. Right, so 5 minutes added on. United are going to make a couple more subs here. Defensive subs. Martinez and McTominay coming on. I think Maguire's going to be coming on as well. Long throw comes in towards Haaland. United get a foot onto it. Ball gets cleared. Only as far as Akanji, though. Rodri gets it under control. Gives it to Cancelo. Game looking very stretched at the moment. City need to just have a pop. There's something there for City if they want it. Here's Rodri now. Don't stop believing. Keep going. Mahrez gives it to Kyle Walker. Rodri now. He had hold of the ball there, Rodri. Pay attention. Fred. United have got a 3-on-2 here. Need to be careful. Cancelo up against Anthony. Gives it to Rashford. He turns. And gives it to Garnacho. Turns and a good block from City. And City get hold of the ball. It's a poor ball again from City. And United do well to keep that in. Malacia, Garnacho, gives it to Casemiro. And off Mahrez and out for a throw-in, much to City's frustration there. And United will make 3 defensive subs here. Rashford's going to come off, so United content to try and hold on here. I'm not too sure why United's decided to bring Harry Maguire on. I feel like the mistake, if United want to make one, would be there, but there we go. So McTominay on for Casemiro. Again, I'm not really sure why they brought Casemiro off. I have a feeling if it ends up finishing this, City are going to surround the referee. Offside flag goes up. Why that goal was awarded, I have no fucking idea. I feel like they've just interpreted their own ruling on the offside that's quite frankly cost City 3 points, because I don't think United find that other goal. They didn't look like they were scoring. They have to score that offside goal. Anyway, Cancelo still got 5 minutes, because United, we haven't played any football since we've gone into added on time, so we should have overtime on added time to go. Here is Mahrez. United sitting very deep. Akanji whipped a ball in, headed clear. United sitting here. I feel like United's mistake here is sitting deep. They're inviting pressure onto themselves. I get why they're doing it. I just don't think that they should. Brilliant work that from Cancelo. Rodri, good pass out to Jack Grealish. Into the penalty area. Deep cross towards Haaland. That's brilliant defending from Luke Shaw. Heads it clear. Hooked clear. Only as far as Walker. Gives it to Cancelo. Here is Ake. I mean, there's still a good 3 minutes or so. That's a free kick, Manchester City. Why is a free kick not being given? It's Wan-Bissaka. There's no... Anyway, here's Kyle Walker. Gives it to Mahrez. Walker. Gives it to Bernardo. Who's that a flick on to? De Bruyne wins that back, though. That's a good tackle again. Luke Shaw's had a brilliant game. That's a poor touch. And Rodri keeps hold of the ball. Here is Rodri now, bursting forward for City. So we're soon going to be going into added time on added time. Nathan Ake then gives it to Jack Grealish. It's a good pass into Bernardo. Hooks it in. Headed clear. Hooked back in. Headed clear. Hooked back in. And Ake goes down under a challenge. Keep it down. Get it down. So we're into added time and added time. There still should be a couple of minutes left as Jack Grealish is flicked on towards United's penalty area. And there's still more time being wasted. To me, there should still be another minute, a good minute, to be added on. We didn't have any play until the 92nd minute. We've not had any play for over a minute now. And the referee blows... Of course the referee blows the fucking whistle. Referee's lost the fucking plot there. Referee's lost the absolute fucking plot there. The referees cost us 3 fucking points, and I'm absolutely fucking furious. I am absolutely fucking furious with that. Absolutely fuming. Right, guys, I'm going to end the live stream there because I'm fucking furious. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We've hit 100 likes. That's much appreciated. I'll be live again. Wolves next Sunday. See you then. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff. Social media and everything. You know where to find them. One Football links in the description and in the live chat. City surrounding the referee. Rightly fucking so. Made their own fucking rules up there. As Julia says, feel fucking sick. I don't mind losing a game. I do mind losing a game in that manner, though. City didn't show much fight against Southampton. They showed the fight here. They played a very good game, and we had a goal that shouldn't have been allowed. The correct decision was originally made with the flag up. Absolute fucking bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And as I said, thanks everyone for tuning in. It is much appreciated. We'll be live again next Sunday. What the fuck this means for the Premier League now. Arsenal win tomorrow, go 8 points clear. It could be the end of the Premier League. Jack Grealish rightfully having a fucking go at the referee. I'm going to end the stream there before I say something.